Welcome back to Iron Fang Invasion. We are once more in the depths of Arlanch's tree in the blighted Fangwood Forest. Last session, I believe there was a rather eventful encounter with a Bandersnatch, which kind of led throughout some of the tunnels here as Kieran chased after it, hoping to get the final hit on it. But unbeknownst to all of you, it had a little bit of fast healing the whole time. So whenever you got it real close, it just healed up just enough the following round to survive. And at the end, it was actually able to turn the tides on Kieran and then escape before the rest of you caught up. But luckily, you still had the resources to amend any deadly conditions that had been inflicted, and you all healed up. I think you all rested after that fight, or no? Have you not rested yet?
No, because I've got no spells left because I died, so yeah.
So perhaps before choosing to rest, you wanted to clear out this final chamber that you hadn't yet looked into, and asking Wendell to assist, he was easily able to pick the lock, even though it was a superior quality lock. And he let you into this chamber, and looking into it, you saw that it had a series of, looked like shredded furniture and such within. And it didn't take you very long before you started to hear the sound of buzzing inside this room, as from every single corner of the detritus and such that was inside, little creatures began to flutter into a swarm that you must have identified because, or maybe you just guessed via the image that I showed, but a swarm of small creatures carrying little utensils that look like they could be used to extract teeth. And that is where we ended last session, and we will begin this session with you guys rolling initiative against this swarm of tooth fairies.
See, the thing with tooth fairies is that they don't actually extract the teeth. They just collect the teeth after they've been extracted, so they really shouldn't be looking to, pull out our teeth or anything.
My stat block disagrees with you.
Do we still have Hunter's Blessing for being in the cave?
I think we should, and, well, I don't know if these are Fae or not. I'm assuming they're Fae, but...
Yeah, I have mine separated, so I won't turn on Hunter's Blessing Part 2 until I know.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, even if we can't identify them, it would still go off, even if they... we don't have to know that they're Fae for it to work, I don't think.
Both statements are true.
So, Jason, is Hunter's Blessing Part 2 still on, or...?
Yeah, I mean, tooth fairies are Fae.
All right, I have Unshakable Zeal. Please do not let me forget that I have Unshakable Zeal, because I don't want another situation like with was it Bandersnatch?
Yes.
Where I may have had a chance of actually killing it, but... All right, here's my initiative, 21.
All right, so we have a 21 from Kieran, a 19 from Oran, a 17 for Jessup, and a 9 for Gideon. Taking us to the first round of initiative, we have Kieran coming in first.
All right, so from where I'm standing, can I see this swarm, or would I have to move in?
You can see it, yep. You've got dark vision and you do have line of sight to some of it, so okay. You're aware that it is inside of this chamber.
Okay, this is not going to work, but I'm going to try it. So I'm going to roll a knowledge check, I'm assuming. So Fae would be nature?
Yes.
Okay. A 22.
All right. I'd say that with a 22, you're able to identify properties of a standard tooth fairy.
Okay.
Is there anything in particular that you want to know about tooth fairies? I'll give you 2 pieces of information.
Okay, well, I don't know if this is an information, but just my observation is, obviously, this is not just a tooth fairy. This is a multitude of tooth fairies, so I can put
You would
together.
know that it's a swarm. That's just you can see that there are several thousand of them.
So looking at them, I'm guessing that they're diminutive if there's like thousands of them.
Yeah, so tooth fairies are, typically speaking, they're chaotic evil diminutive fae.
Okay. So with it being a swarm, I'm guessing only like the swarm traits are going to affect. So what are their defenses outside of just like the swarm traits?
You know that tooth fairies possess a slight form of DR.
Do they have any energy resistances, I guess, is the most important one for me.
DR is their only defensive quality, really.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll take that as my information, then that works for me.
Okay.
So it looks like they are hostile, or appears like they are hostile.
You would assume so, given their typical nature and the fact that they look like they are moving in your direction.
They're chomping their pliers at me.
You hear much buzzing and much ting 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 as the...
Oh, Kieran doesn't want to do this, but he's going to fly to be inside here just to spread out, knowing that swarms can attack in areas and he doesn't want to be all bunched up. So with his fly speed, he will move into the room, and then I will unleash a lightning bolt at the tooth fairy swarm.
Okay.
So a reflex save.
22.
All right, that passes. So it is 21 points of electricity damage.
Okay. Yep.
And
Okay.
I believe that's all I can do. So that's my turn.
All right. That brings us to the Tooth Fairy Swarm. And it is going to move in the direction of the most numerous potential targets. There's 2 possibilities to get 2 people, but it's just going to go straight for the closest.
Oh, did I never mention Oran has no teeth?
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah, he's never had. He told me that.
I've never had teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, he told me that at like the beginning when we first started. Like, hey, would it be really cool character design if you had a dwarf with no teeth?
With no
That'd
teeth.
be iconic, right?
Yeah.
That's from the beginning.
Fascinating.
He has wooden teeth like George Washington.
Interesting.
Wouldn't it be terrible if they had a free action ability to make a target grow teeth for them to
Grow
rip them back
teeth.
out?
Oh my god, it's awful. Brandon,
Wow.
who hurt you? That's terrible.
A dentist.
Clearly.
All right. So they are going to move onto your space. And then they're going to do their swarm attack, which is just instant damage that doesn't care about how high your AC is.
Yep.
So the classic 15 points of damage to both of you. And could you please give me a fortitude save, both of you?
I'm capable of that.
31, 23. Okay, so you both feel the numerous little chompers of these tooth fairies bite into the exposed bits of your skin, and you feel like your bodies go slightly rigid for a moment, but you're able to shrug off whatever effect that was. At the end of their turn, a bunch of these tooth fairies actually grab onto your helmet and start to pull open the visor so that several others can rush at your now exposed mouth, as they are going to attempt a steal combat maneuver at the end of their turn for free.
You really
So-
do like to paint an image, don't you?
Yeah, I do. That is only a 30 against your CMD for both of you.
Only a 30, huh?
Yes.
Only a 30? Yeah, no, that'll beat my CMD.
Having a CMD of 29 will also
Oh.
beat me.
All right, let me roll a d6. So, both of you feel as these tooth fairies rush at you, they begin getting their pliers and yanking at a bunch of numerous of your teeth, and each of you lose 3 teeth in this exchange.
Oh,
So what that
No!
means
Not my teeth!
is each of you takes 3 points of charisma damage,
Oh, that's not good.
and you will take 3 points of bleed damage on your turns as well.
Okay,
So we'll get to that.
charisma
But-
damage with 3 points, I'll
It would-
lose.
You'll be losing a modifier.
Yes.
But that is the Tooth Fairy Swarm's turn. Move up, do some light damage, and then, steal some teeth. And that brings us to Oran. So first off, Oran, you take 3 points of bleed damage, and then you can do your turn.
I don't like it. I want to move.
All right.
I want to move here.
Okay.
Can swarms provoke?
They cannot, I don't think,
That would be broken if they could,
because
that's just
they don't
extra
have
damage.
they don't have an attack.
Right. I want to move
So-
there, and I want to use Cold Ice Strike.
All right.
It's a reflex save for half,
Okay. Reflex save.
and then
That is a 21.
that will just pass. Yeah, a 20 would have been
Sweet.
the DC.
Is Cold Ice Strike an AoE?
Yes, because it's a line.
It's a line
No.
effect, so
I don't feel like I've
Yeah.
ever seen you hit more than one target. Interesting.
I haven't, but technically it is. Yeah. What level are we? 15?
Yes.
I don't even remember. Okay, 15d6, so half of this. Half of that.
All right.
And
So
then
that's 29.
do swarms count as creatures?
Yes.
What if it's target creature? No.
If it's singular creature, no.
Okay, so the question I have is, would storm bolts work against them?
Stormbolts is just an AoE.
Yeah, it just
Spell,
calls.
isn't it?
Yeah, it just says any other creatures within the area take 1d8 points of
Yeah.
electricity damage per
Yeah.
caster level and are stunned for 1 round. A
Yeah, that's-
successful
yeah.
saving throw halves the damage and negates the stun
Yeah,
effect.
that's the kind that'll work.
All right, then I'm also going to do that.
Okay.
So that's a fort save.
Aren't you going to hit Jessup and Gideon?
When you cast this spell, lightning spills forth from your body in all directions. Bolts do not harm natural vegetation or creatures in the area you wish to exclude from damage.
Okay.
Any other creatures in the area take 1d8 points of electricity damage per caster level and are stunned for 1 round. A successful saving throw halves the damage. and negates
Fortitude
stun effect.
save.
Yes, sir.
Were you excluding Jessup and Gideon? Because you wanted to punch me in the face earlier.
Yeah, I'll exclude Gideon,
Are
Yeah.
you excluding the invisible Wendell and Meryl?
obviously.
Can you target them, though?
I couldn't target them anyway, could I?
No, I don't
Yeah,
think
I
those
mean-
are invisible.
Yeah, that's fine. So that is a 29 fortitude save.
I think that'll do it. It's a level 8 spell. Yeah,
Yeah, it
that'll do
should.
Yeah, that'll do it. 1d8 per caster level. Half of that, sir.
All right.
And that'll be my turn. Didn't know I'd do
Nice.
that.
That will be enough to destroy the swarm.
Well, that was really short-lived, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah, when you do 3 AoE spells in a row,
In a row.
swarms take 50% extra damage from AoE, so
Oh,
that's,
so.
Yeah.
Oh,
even though
okay.
they saved every
Perfect.
time,
Right. It really didn't
It's-
help them.
still a lot.
I didn't even get a turn there, pal.
However, one thing that will be fun still is as you destroy these tooth fairies, the life leaves their bodies then explode into glitter. And I need saving throws from both Jessup and Gideon. I believe these are fortitude saving throws.
Well, then I guess I moved into a great spot.
Yeah, you did. You did
Yeah, yeah.
excellent, Sarah. Like Kieran, safe mode. Well done.
Oh, yeah.
That's not terrible for me.
How's a 30 do it?
30 and 27, you both are able to wave your hands, and you don't breathe in this glitter, and the stench doesn't affect you quite as much as it would have, and you're able to avoid being sickened.
Stink. Smells like teeth.
I was going to do a knowledge check, and I guess I won't get one now.
I am sorry.
You can do a retroactive one if you still want to.
I was actually going to just knowledge, how do we get our friends their teeth back?
I would imagine magical healing would
Well,
allow
I mean,
that.
I guess the thing is you can cure the charisma damage, but how do you get your teeth?
Go ahead and roll a knowledge check.
Sure, retroactive knowledge nature.
Here's the thing. I would argue that if magic healing repairs wounds and fixes bones, it grows back teeth.
Nope.
I think that's
Well,
how that works.
Dude, yeah.
Wow.
It's a point of contention there, Justin.
Yeah, how can it repair bones and not grow back teeth? That doesn't make any
I
sense.
do have investigated mind, Jason, so I will click that again.
Okay.
31.
With the Tooth Fairy Swarm, I'll just give you some info for them because they're dead now. So, 1, the effect that you initially resisted was a paralysis effect. So, if you guys had failed that, by the way, it was DC 23, so Oran came very close.
They just take all your teeth.
You're paralyzed for 1d3 rounds, so that would have been fun. But the other thing here, the extraction ability, Jessup, you would know that typically speaking, if you are waylaid by a tooth fairy, the stolen teeth, as long as you return them within 10 minutes and then do any amount of magical healing, the teeth reattach, thus ending the bleed damage and curing the charisma damage.
Huh. I wonder who said that.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
So I would say Gideon would take 3 points of bleed damage on his turn, but then like immediately after that, you guys would be able to
Find the
remedy it.
teeth and
Well,
channel.
that depends if Jessup relays said information.
I
That
suppose
does depend.
that
You
is true.
metagamers.
Well,
Okay,
it doesn't
well.
really make a difference because I was going to heal up.
I
anyway.
really hope that
So-
we put Oran's teeth in Gideon's mouth and he has like these itty front teeth.
Bitty gnome teeth.
And you have
Or halfling teeth.
remember the Dennis the Menace when he used the chiclets and his two front teeth for Oran?
And mine would be like hugely oversized.
I would like to perceive around this area while they're all putting their teeth back together or whatever.
Sure. Yeah, give me. Well, I guess you can. At this point, you're not in danger, so you can just take 20.
I would
or
take
whatever.
20. Yeah.
Yeah, looking around, you can see that again. There's a lot of torn up clothing, furniture, all sorts of stuff in here. It looks like these creatures had been trapped in here for a while. In fact, you find corpses of tooth fairies that have tooth fairy sized bite marks on them. So it's almost like maybe they had resorted to eating each other, perhaps.
Oh.
However,
Cannibal tooth fairies.
you are able to spot a red cap body that has been picked pretty clean and is wearing a magical suit of armor. This looks like studded leather armor of some sort.
Ooh,
It's
okay.
medium size.
Oh, look at that. Medium size. It's always medium size.
I don't think you'd want it even
I
if it was
wouldn't.
small size.
I wouldn't, but still.
You got to find something to complain about. Else,
Yep.
you know.
What's the point? What's the point if I
Exactly.
can't complain?
How will the good moments feel good if you didn't complain all the time?
About the bad.
otherwise?
About
Exactly.
the bad moments.
So is that something I should roll on?
Yeah, if you want to identify it.
Okay. I will roll a spellcraft. 29.
You're able to identify this as a set of +3 staunching studded leather armor.
Staunching sounds like
What's that?
it prevents bleed.
Sounds like,
It's
yeah, it stops bleed.
Oh, sounds like stenching to me, but I know that's not the same thing.
Let's see if our inference is correct, because I too think staunching stop the bleeding.
That is what it does, yes. Well, in a sense.
Well, it stopped the bleed when they were pulling his teeth out. Good for him.
Yeah, that's really situational.
Coolio.
Oh, okay. So it does other good things, though.
Nope.
Oh,
just that.
No, it does. I see that now. It would do good things, but only if it's as a consequence of a bleed effect.
Yep. So yeah, you guys are now in this chamber, or outside of the chamber still for some of you. There doesn't seem to be anything else in here that is still intact and worth looking at.
Okay. Well, it doesn't seem like there's anything else in here, so I suppose we have cleared out what we can on this level, and all that's left now is to descend further into the tree, I guess.
I wouldn't mind a rest.
I really wouldn't either, actually. I'm actually coming back from the dead has wiped out most of my spells, unfortunately.
Well, we could stay here with the face fruit tree or to the morbid hospital beds.
Or the spider room.
I do not care our surroundings.
Aren't there beds like right up here? Like clearly a room with beds and a table and right near where we need to go. We could just
I mean, I don't know how you are, but I don't know how I'd feel about sleeping in beds that belong to, like, other people. I think I would probably just like roll out my mat and sleep on the floor.
Kieran, in your mansion, they didn't have guest rooms?
Not that I slept in. And they washed the sheets in between use, so I don't know if these sheets have ever been washed by the looks
Well,
of
that's
it.
what they told you.
Again, I wasn't sleeping in them, so it didn't matter.
I would argue that it still mattered to someone, perhaps not you.
Well, I mean, I assure you they were washed, but if it's a question of that, then again, I didn't seem to care because my sheets were taken care of and I was the only one sleeping in my bed, so.
Oh, worry not, Kieran. I have no doubt that you had a most immaculate upbringing and that your surroundings were always clean.
Is there a hint of sarcasm in that?
I feel like
No.
there was something in there. some biting remarks or something. I'm not really sure yet, but
No, Kieran, you're reading into it, really.
That sounded just as
yes,
condescending.
I'm confused about your tone, Gideon, and I think maybe we all just need to go to sleep.
I don't care where we go, so long as we sleep and I heal up and get spells back.
Yeah, I think the face fruit room is fine.
But also, I'm still okay. But yeah, resting, I'm not going to complain about it.
And the negative level I have is permanent, right? From death, it's permanent.
That is correct, yes.
I guess I could do you want me to prepare use of? Oh, I don't know if we have the gold or the diamond dust for that.
I can't benefit from it for a week anyway, so I'm stuck with this for a week.
Oh, that's right. You've died relatively recently.
Well, and it's because I think we used restoration on me once.
We
That's
did.
why. I had 2,
We
so
did.
now I'm just down to 1.
And it wasn't that long ago that we used that.
It was the same day, actually. It was today.
Yeah.
It's just
so-
not today in session time.
No, that's rough.
When did we rest? Because I know we fought the Bandersnatch. When did we rest before that?
I don't know, man.
I feel like we rested probably just a couple hours ago.
Maybe, but I mean, we're going to have to rest again. I mean, we don't have to sit down and fall asleep. We can just take it easy, plan out what we want to do, talk. I don't know.
Yeah, we rested before we came in here. Before we started this level, we rested. We haven't rested since coming into
No,
this.
we
I
have.
believe you have, yes.
We have, because remember, Jessup was like, hey, let's sleep in here, and this is where we got attacked by
Yeah,
stuff.
I think we must. I think the spider web. Oh, because I think that's where we ended after resting. Was the spider web? Nothing happened. Then we fought the Bandersnatch, and then this. So I think we literally rested. We've only been up for a couple hours. I think.
Why are you poking holes, man? Are you not tired?
Just saying, it doesn't matter now. I'm good.
You not tired? Is that
Well,
what you're
let
saying?
me tell you how many rounds of performance I've used. I can tell you how much. Let's see here. Actually, I've used 19, but I think I used soothing once. But
Well, you wasted some because I chased after the Bandersnatch, and you were mad because you didn't get to benefit from the soothing performance.
I only lose a round.
But yeah, I think Kieran, health-wise, could go on, but I'm very much close to out of spells just because I lost so many of them when I came back from the dead.
Yeah, that's what Oran's thinking. I'm kind of low on high level spells. I have 1 level 7 spell left and 1 level 8 spell left, and that's it.
We could leave and try to follow the Bandersnatch, try to kill that thing once and for all. I'm assuming that it left the tree, at least. I don't think that could phase through walls like the ladies could.
I mean, if y'all want to keep going, I'm down for it. Whatever.
Kieran would prefer to take it easy because he doesn't feel well from coming back from the dead, and he doesn't feel very well prepared to move on.
Okay.
So, I mean, like I said, we don't have to 2 hours later, sit here and fall asleep or anything, but just not progress further until we've had a chance to regain our stuff.
Gideon's perfectly okay with this. He can commune, he can,
We could just have some good conversation.
I looked through all the downtime activities. Nothing I can do here.
I think Kieran would spend more time reading the dragon book, the Pathfinder book that Gideon gave him.
Oh yeah, I did do that.
The
didn't I?
ways of dragons and other things. And he can also study his traveler's dictionaries for his languages. So, I mean, he has things
All
to
right.
do to pass the time.
In that case, you guys can all settle in here and begin to while away the day, I guess. I would like someone in the party, I don't care who it is, just someone to roll me a D100.
I love responsibility. Is that good or bad?
That would be a very bad teleport roll, a 98.
All right. So you guys are continuing to go about your activities, talk to each other, read, commune, all of your assorted activities. Everybody give me a perception check.
Oh boy.
Dryads are back.
Yeah, I think the dryads are probably coming back.
Dryads are back from town.
31. Oh, I actually tied Gideon, but he rolled a natural 2 and I rolled a natural 19. Wow.
I'm just going to roll 3d20s in the chat to myself.
I think those are stealth checks.
That seems
Sounds like it.
accurate.
I've never heard of that before. What is
I have blind sense.
Stealth check? I don't know what that is. All right. You guys gonna move yourselves to where you would actually be in this chamber, like where you think you'd be. Doesn't really matter, but
Oh, where Oran is where I had him, laying on a couch.
all right. So after maybe an hour and a half or so, you guys are looking around, and again, there's like eyes all over the place looking at you, and that's been the case this whole time. It's like this whole tree is alive and watching you the whole time. But Gideon and Kieran, you notice something. Gideon, you notice it out of the corner of your eye, and Kieran, you notice it via the movement that it produces and your blind sense. Something peeks out of the wall here on the map. And there will be a surprise round,
Oh, lovely.
as both of you were able to beat the stealth check of one of the 3 creatures that will be appearing on the map
Oh,
here.
great.
Oh, I wonder what they are.
This was a
And,
bad fight before.
We'll have everybody roll an initiative check.
Did we have enough rest time or no?
No, you guys, it's been like 2 hours. You guys haven't even started sleeping.
Well, I got an 18 on my initiative.
That
Oh
one!
my
Heck
wow.
yeah, let's do that.
Oh, no. Oh, goodness.
Like a natty wood.
That's good stuff right there. So we got a 24 for Jessup. We've got a 6 for Gideon. We've got a 18 for Kieran. And a 10 for Oran.
Oh, you guys want to try diplomacy? Huh?
Do you want me to? As part of my surprise round that I don't
Yes. Yes, do it. Try it. Why
get?
not?
We're sorry about your face tree.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll plan another one.
Sorry about your
So-
face tree. We'll plant another one.
Here, and you just hand them the heads of fruit. I was like, go plant that somewhere.
I'll give you the other one of them in a couple days.
Ah.
During the surprise round, the first of the people who will be acting in the surprise round to act is the Dryad. Actually, it's the one that you guys noticed, in fact, which is fitting as it draws your attention away from the other 2 that you haven't noticed quite yet. This Dryad is going to... Let's just roll a d4 to see which one of you gets this. So, 1 Kieran, 2 Jessup, 3 Oran, 4 Gideon. 4 Gideon. Gideon, you are afflicted by an evil eye hex.
Oh no, not an evil eye.
So, let me read you what an evil eye hex does, because I'm sure you don't already know. I will need a will save to see how long it lasts, but effectively you will be taking a -4 penalty to your saving throws.
And it's at least for 1 round, if I remember.
If you save against it, it is for 1 round, yes. Otherwise, it's longer than that by a significant amount of time. 24. Okay. With a 24, you are able to reduce the effect to 1 round.
Cool.
Luckily for you.
Still not so great, because I'm going to get 2 more attacks now.
And then immediately after the red Dryad's turn is the blue Dryad's turn. And because they have their telepathic bond, Blue is aware that Gideon was the target of the previous hex and is going to cast her own hex here. Alright, so on her turn, she will do... Does this have a save? If you could give me a fortitude save, please.
And I don't have the -4 in there, so just -4. Actually, I could put it in as a temp, yeah? It's against all saves, yeah?
It's against all saving throws for 1 round, yes.
Okay.
28. Okay, you are able to resist the effect of this spell.
Nice. Nice.
Moving on, it is Kieran's turn.
All right, Kieran will jump up, and at this point I can notice the blue one, maybe?
Blue acted, so you are aware of its presence now, yeah.
All right, I don't notice the green one, though.
Yeah, green has not acted yet, and you haven't noticed that technically speaking, it hasn't poked its head through, she hasn't poked her head through the wall yet.
Oh, okay. Okay, I guess I'm going to fire off a Scorching Ray spell at her.
All right. Which
So
one?
this, at blue, right
Blue?
behind
Okay.
me. So Scorching Ray, so this will be some attacks. So I believe I have a maximum of 3 rays. I have 3 rays, so this will be 3 ranged touch attacks. Just make sure I don't have any buffs on. They are considered fey
Yes.
for the purposes of this?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so first ranged touch attack is a 25.
All right.
Second one is a 17.
Okay.
Third one is a 29. So I don't know if any of those miss. I would get the Unshakable Zeal bonus on the next attack.
And does Scorching Ray allow for spell resistance? Does.
Yes, it does.
Give me those.
Okay, so did any of those miss?
No, those all hit.
Okay, so first spell resistance is a 19.
Okay. That will fail.
Okay, so then I will get the Unshakable Zeal on this one, which
Does that
is
work on caster level checks as well? Or is it only attack rolls? I don't know what all that spell works
I
on.
don't know. My buff, I just say reroll your dang attacks
Attack
when you
roll,
miss.
skill check, concentration check, ability check.
So I don't know. I feel like I've used it on caster level, but I'm not sure.
I don't see caster level in there.
Okay, all right. Well, the second one is a 29, third one is a 17. So
Okay,
it's
so
like
the second one
of
does
those.
work.
Okay. So then
So one of the rays goes through.
that will be just 46 fire damage. So 14 points of fire damage to blue.
All right.
And then I'm going to move back. That's my turn.
All right. That brings us to green. Green would like to do something else, but can't at the moment. So I need Gideon to give me another save, please.
Oh Lord, here
Let
we go.
me look up what
Polymorph.
this save is.
Baleful polymorph, baby. Bye, Gideon.
It's been a real time.
Yeah. Welcome to the rabbit.
Welcome to the rabbit zone.
Now, luckily, if Gideon gets polymorphed and we are able to kill the enemies, we could, in theory, we don't have to use Baker Enchantment. We could just kill him and see what he transforms back into.
That's one solution, yeah.
I'm just full of good ideas today. Don't worry about it. There's definitely more.
Does he still have his?
Yes, sir.
He's still got
Okay.
the boon.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
What save do you need, bud?
Yep. I was just looking it up here. So
No, you're good, you're good.
green, it is a will save.
Oh, this ain't gonna be so great. Still with the -4?
Yes.
So it's in there. Come on, baby. Let's roll a 21. 21
Okay.
is what we rolled.
Pretty sure you keep your mind, but I think you're going to turn into another creature.
I think it's bunny time.
Yeah.
21 is enough to resist the effect of this spell.
Oh.
Hey,
Okay. All right.
Okay, Gideon. All right, Gideon.
You don't know what all these spells are coming at you, but you're resisting
Can we-
them so far.
Can we roll a spellcraft to know what it was?
Since it's a surprise round, I'm going to say no.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
You
but
were
I
caught off
could.
guard by all this.
Yes.
But I could, yeah.
Well, you weren't aware of that one. You were only aware of red.
Oh,
Green
That's
popped up with you were being unaware of it.
a technicality I will accept.
end of the surprise round, it is Gideon's turn, though.
I'll stand up.
Okay.
He was crisscross applesauce.
All right.
Communing with his gads.
That'll bring us to the top of the first actual round of combat. Jessup, you're up first.
All right. Jessup, stop performance. Inspiring some courage.
Okay.
Dan, Jessup is going to cast a spell. What do we got here? Jessup is going to cast Beacon of Luck.
Ooh.
So everybody will get a +2 sacred bonus on all saving throws.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Are we saying that I was sitting in the chair? I mean, for simplicity's sake, for movement, or what are we going to say?
That's up to you, man.
That's up
Okay.
to you.
So is it a move action to stand up out of the chair?
Yes.
Okay. I guess Jessup's going to stand up out of the chair.
Okay. After Jessup, that brings us to the Dryads again. Okay. So Red is going to do the effect on the nearest target this time, which is going to be Jessup. So Jessup, give me a will save to reduce the duration of this.
Ha! That's garbage.
All right. So you will be taking a -4 penalty to your saving throws for 7 rounds.
That's not too bad. It's better than 8.
Yeah, it could have been 8, but it's not. And then Red's gonna move slightly out. Immediately after Red, it is Blue's turn. Blue is going to move slightly out, and then Jessup, I need you to give me a will save.
Okay. Jessup is going to use my Beacon of Luck on it, so
Okay.
I get to have advantage. You said will?
Yes.
Oh, not 20 for 29 or
Okay.
20. I gonna go with the 29.
Okay. So you are able to negate the other hex that is thrown at you.
Can I spellcraft those to know what they're doing? Or
Generally with hexes, probably not.
It would be a knowledge local, technically, to identify class feature.
can I free action ask her if she's casting polymorph and then roll a sense motive to get if she's lying about it or not? Like
you
I
would know
said,
that it is
full
a
of
hex
ideas.
of some kind.
Okay.
If you want to do a knowledge local, I'll allow it, I guess. 22. I mean, it's one of the most common hexes. She tried to misfortune you.
Oh, okay. Well, they're going to have a lot of chances at this, so.
They were trying to really stack that on. Going on to Kieran's turn.
Okay, Kieran is going to Cone of Cold, blue and green. I think I can hit them in such a way that I don't hit Jessup as well.
Yep.
All right, so Cone of Cold is going to be
Okay, so reflex saves.
29 on my spell resistance for one and
That's right.
fail on the other. So
Okay.
I guess it's, I don't know. Here, let me roll. 1 is blue, 2 is green. So green is the one that got hit with it. Blue is the one that failed. That I failed the spell resistance on.
Okay. Green rolled a 29 reflex save.
Okay, that passes. So she will take 20 points of cold damage.
Okay. Looks like not all that went through.
Okay. And oh boy. I guess that's all I'm gonna do because I'm running out of spells.
It
So
also looked like Blue was healing up slightly on her turn.
lovely, great. Okay, that's my
Is that
turn.
your- Okay. Moving on to Green. Green is going to cast a spell in a area that's going to hit everybody. So I need everybody to roll I think this is a fortitude save against this spell, right? Cloud kill, yeah, that's a fortitude save. Okay, everybody give me a fortitude save as I draw a big circle on the map.
And Oran and Kieran, don't forget you get +2 from Beacon of Luck. Gideon, you're outside of the range.
Yeah.
I am outside of Beacon of Luck range.
Just by 5 feet. I couldn't reach you because I had to get out of my chair.
And if it's a spell or spell-like ability, it'll be 31.
It is a spell.
Oof.
So mine will be 31.
Mine's a 17. I have it programmed with Beacon of Luck.
Well, mine's a nat 1 for a 7, so that's pretty solid.
Mine is a 30. I took off Beacon of
Okay.
Luck.
So 29 and 30 will both succeed. The 17 and 7 will fail. So, a living creature with more than 6 hit dice will take... let's see. So those of you who failed will take 1 point of constitution damage for this round.
Lovely.
Yeah, so there is a sickening yellowish-green poisonous gas basically filling the entirety of this chamber at this point in time.
Okay, who farted?
The dryad.
Man, that's rank. I want to know what they ate. It's enough to kill a man.
Face fruit. They've been eating face fruit.
Oh, that's true.
Those are face fruit farts.
Face fruit farts. Okay, I feel like that is the name of this episode.
Face fruit farts. How much HP do you lose if your con goes down by 2 again? Is it 10?
If you take 2 damage, then your con goes down. I think it's by basically your level, but...
Oh, okay.
So far, nobody has to worry about that.
Well, apparently I had 1 con damage from something else. I don't know what it was.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. So it went down.
Then
13.
yeah, I believe you would lose 1 hit point per level, basically. So, I believe is how that works. So, Oran, it will then move. Actually, Green would like to move a little bit. Oran, it is your turn.
Hokey dokey. Artichokey. Distraction! We haven't hit any of them yet, have we?
No. Well, yes, but they've not taken a great deal of damage either way. And you can only see one of them anyways.
I can see... Oh, I get what you're saying.
Because the fog cloud is actually obscuring your vision, and you're standing right at the edge of it, so you can still kind of see green, but blue and red are kind of... Can't really see them.
Can't see them. Okay. Okay, I'm going to move first. Here.
You can see 2 of them.
Yes, and then I will cast Destruction on green.
Okay.
And yes, I think that has spell resistance, so...
I was just about to look that up. Yes, it does. Roll that for me.
Oh, was that a caster level check?
It is
that
a
right?
caster level check, yes.
Hiya! 26.
26 will be enough to overcome spell resistance, so they get a save now, a fortitude save.
Yes, for her.
They're not terrible at fortitude, but that is only a 19.
It's a 7th level spell, so that will fail.
All right.
Full damage, 150.
To green, you said?
Yes.
All right. Still up, barely. And that's your turn?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Right. End of the round, it is Gideon. Gideon, you currently can't see anybody because you're in a cloud of, vaporous, poisonous gas. You know that you're being attacked by all 3 of them, and they came from different angles, but... Yeah.
I think he'll just be like, yo, bro, I don't want to be in vaporous death gas, and step out of it.
All right.
Go ahead and cast some divine favor. Love it.
Okay.
Go ahead and start an invocation of the destruction cat.
Invocation of the destruction.
Of the destruction, yeah.
Okay.
Is there a range on that?
Yes.
What's the range?
It's like 30 feet.
30 feet.
Okay.
Sorry, buddy.
Get out of there.
It's fine.
It'll help you in a minute. Once.
I mean, I was gonna say, if you get closer, it'll help. So that's fine.
I think the combat will be over in a minute. It's a long time.
Okay. It'll help you in about 6 to 12 seconds.
All right. So that's move action, swift action.
5-foot step.
Anything else?
No.
All
I
right.
didn't swift action, though.
Oh, you cast Divine Favor, not Divine Touch. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Top of round 2, we're at Jessup.
I guess Jessup will maintain performance, and so can I tell that fog cloud? It's not in front of me, like here.
Yeah, you can tell. Like if you look behind you, it's super thick, and if you look forward, you can see the wall. So
okay, so I'm gonna try to just move.
Okay.
Here, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. So then Kieran's the only one in it. Well, I can't even see Kieran, but I know Oran's not in my radius.
He begins a soothing performance.
Yes, that is probably the smartest thing that I could do. Jessup will... You know what? He is going to cast Shadow Bard.
All right.
And he will have Shadow Bard start the Inspire Courage. And then I will swift action change that to... I guess I'll just start with Inspire Greatness of myself for now.
All right. That brings us... Is that your turn?
Yeah, it's my full turn.
Brings us to Red. Red is going to step out of the fog a little bit, and Red is going to cast a spell at Gideon. This is going to be a ranged touch attack. Is your touch AC less than 20?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to look at the exact number then. You are going to take 4 negative levels.
What?
No save? Just touch?
Well, it's
There happens to
enervation.
be no saving throw to this spell.
Kieran got hit with that last time, I think, but they're temporary at least. So they go away
Yeah,
in
that
like
1d4
minutes.
temporary negative levels, yes.
and it's like the duration's like minutes per level or 10 minutes per level or something. So it's not
I
like
have
permanent.
4 energy drained though, is that right? Will that
Yeah,
do
that is correct.
negative
Oh my-
1?
So don't plan on attacking anytime
Yeah,
soon.
no, it's okay. I was already going buff mode for this combat, but now it's just like, buddy, that's all you do is buff mode. Other people will succeed. You will watch.
All right, that brings us to Blue's turn. Blue is going to attempt the other big spell at Jessup, because Jessup still has reduced saving throw bonuses.
If you allow, Jason, I meant to do Inspire Heroics and not Inspire Greatness.
Okay,
If that's cool with
Who's
you.
got that, by the way? Just yourself?
just 10.
Not you.
Yeah, no, I just...
Okay. I can only do it on one person.
So, Jessup, give me a fortitude save.
Okay, so we'll go Fortitude. Let me make sure my buff's on correctly. 21. I'm going to gamble, and I'm going to do Saving Finale.
Okay.
So I'll get rid of, obviously, my Inspire Heroics on myself, and I'll re-roll. Wow, crap. -1. Or nat 1 for 10. I should have probably taken the 21.
On a technicality,
What's up?
by the reading of Save and Finale, I don't think you would even have to do it, because it does specifically say when you fail a saving throw, the 21 would
I
succeed.
guess I just assumed. Okay.
So you don't actually even have to do the spell. You would, I guess technically the spell wouldn't be possible to cast because...
His trigger wasn't met.
So the 21 was actually enough to succeed on it. And you are able to resist being turned into something
That's pretty
fun. It would have been fun.
At least it wasn't flesh to stone.
He would have failed. if that
I
were
would
the
have
case.
gotten 2 nat 1s on that, let's be real. There's no doubt.
And Blue is going to move up closer to you this time. That brings us to Kieran, who is still in the dead center of this effect, really.
Yeah, I know. I would like to charge out of it and attack Red.
Yeah, you have blind sense, so you'd actually know where everybody is.
Yeah, who cast this in the first place?
Green.
Oh, then
You
I
do not have
don't.
line of charge to green.
Well, no, I don't want to charge Red then.
Okay.
Because the cloud moves away from green, so it would just move towards Red, right?
Yes.
Yikes. Okay, I will move to be up there, and I will take a shot at green with my glaive.
Okay.
So 1 attack. I don't have Inspire Courage on, but we do have Inspire Courage, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
As long as you
Yes.
are able to hear his inspirational words.
Yes, and I am outside of 30 feet from Gideon. Yes, I am.
Yep.
So destruction comes off, but we do have Hunter's Blessing on. So, and I do have Unshakable Zeal still. Attack roll is a 35.
35 will hit.
Okay, so that is going to be 18 points of slashing damage, 3 points of electricity. No, I'm sorry, 3 points of acid.
Okay. Looks like a fair bit of that was resisted by her wooden skin, but
Okay.
some of that does go through.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. On her turn, the Cloud Kill will move 10 feet away down the chamber, meaning that Gideon, I would require another save from you.
It goes that way?
Yeah, it moves 10 feet away from her down the hallway.
Okay.
from where she cast it, not from where she currently is standing.
Gotcha. What you want? Fortitude save?
Fortitude for Cloud Kill, yeah. And if you could fail, that'd be awesome.
I'll try.
Wow, that's a good save.
32. That is not a fail,
Sorry, man.
so you're good for now.
I guess Gideon just can't fail.
No, he can. Let's see, what does Green want to do here? Green wants to 5-foot step back to be out of range of melee, and then is going to cast a touch spell against Kieran. Oh, that might actually fail though. That was a very bad roll, but it is touch. Let me actually calculate this here. Oh, that's bad. That's a 13 against touch.
No, my touch is 16.
Yeah, that was a natural 2.
It was close.
The ray of enervation goes wide and actually hits Gideon instead.
Yeah.
That is Green's turn. Oran, you are up.
I'm just gonna move up and try and hit her. Hiya!
31 will hit.
Hiya! 14 points of damage.
All right. Some of that goes through,
Ah, nets.
but not a lot of it. Also, as you swing at her, you see that she has a cape of wasps on her back, and you made a successful melee attack against her, so you will take 2d6 points of damage. Okay.
2d6? Oh my goodness. I want a cape of wasps.
You take 8 points of damage as you strike out at her and are stung by many wasps from her cape.
She hurt me more than I hurt her. Rude.
That's your turn?
Yes, sir.
All right, that brings us to Gideon, who is once again in the cloud and cannot see where anybody is. But you now know which direction it's moving, so...
I guess we'll just double move in a line.
Okay, so you move outside of the cloud. That's your turn?
Yeah, no swift actions available.
Top of round 3, we're back to Jessup.
All right, going to maintain performance. Let me check that off. And then Jessup will... They don't have a weapon or anything out, do they?
They are all wielding daggers.
Okay. I guess I'm going to attempt to move via acrobatics
Okay.
to get away from her. No, because I'm moving through multiple threatened squares, do I have to roll or is there a penalty? I can't remember.
No, I think you're good. It's just because you're not going through multiple creatures' threatened squares. It's
Okay.
just multiple of her own squares.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm going to roll. So I'll roll my perform dance for my acrobatics. 30.
30, that is against her CMD. That is enough to succeed. You will not provoke.
So then Jessup will move. I believe it's half speed,
Yes.
though, correct?
Yep. Acrobatics in this way, you move at half speed.
So my speed is 30, so I can move 15. All right, and then I will ear pierce and scream.
All right.
Roll your spell resist.
Yes.
25.
25 will succeed.
Okay. Bet you can't beat that DC 15 though.
Which one are you going after?
Oh, I'm sorry, blue.
Blue. Okay.
She's the one who's been casting at me, I
15.
believe. So.
Fortitude. I think that's 21. Yes, 21.
So you're going to take half of 5d6 potentially. Chevy, 10? Or not 9, sorry.
All right. Anything else?
No, move standard. No free or swift, so yeah, good to go.
Okay. It is Red's turn. Red is going to move so that she can actually see what's going on with all you people. And she can only really see Jessup. She is going to cast... Kieran probably looks the strongest of you. So, Kieran, give me a fortitude save.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll throw it there. For Kieran and for Gideon, you are within the beacon of luck, so you could choose to roll advantage one time. Your discretion.
But it has to be before you know the...
Right, you have to roll with
Result.
advantage, correct? You don't get to roll knowing
Okay. All right. Well, if I roll with advantage, do I still get the bonus to the save?
Yeah, the save stays, it's just you can only benefit from the advantage one time per spell.
All right. I will use this to roll with advantage. So
Okay.
I will get a 29 and a 19.
All right. You are able to resist the effects of the spell, I believe, yes. Oh, it's fortitude half. Haha. Fun. Okay. So rather than taking a 6-point penalty to your strength, you take a 3-point penalty to your strength.
No. no, not my strength. Okay.
She will then visibly bulk up her muscles, her wooden muscles get a little bit stronger from this spell. And then it'll go to Blue's turn. Blue's going to cast a spell to hit all three of you up there as an explosion of light as a glitter dust spell goes off up here. I need all of you up there, so Oran, Kieran, Gideon, to give me fortitude saves.
37.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have +2 for Beacon of Luck, because actually reading it in hindsight, I think we just said that before. I don't think you guys actually get the +2 Sacred bonus. So it specifically says you.
Right.
I think you guys only get the benefit of the reroll, so that's not as cool for you as it is for me.
Okay, 35 then.
All right, well, my fortitude is a 30, so.
Right. So Oran and Kieran, you guys are able to resist the effects of glitter dust. You blink just fast enough for none of this golden magical dust to get in your eyes. But unfortunately, Gideon, a bunch of it gets in your helmet, and it just kind of stays in there, and it's reflecting off of your helmet inside at your own eyes because it's like the burnished armor. So it's just like mirrors inside of your helmet, and you are unfortunately blind.
Beautiful.
So that's fun. And it is Kieran's turn.
All right, Kieran will 5-foot step and full attack green. So I roll a 27 and a 30.
A 30 will hit.
Okay, so that'll be 19 points of slashing damage, 3 points of acid.
Okay. Ooh, she's still up, even with the GM rolled amount.
Of an undisclosed amount of discordant voice.
The undisclosed amount of sonic damage. And that's your turn, Kieran?
Yep, that's all I can do.
All right. On her turn, she will get a little bit of fast healing, so we don't have to worry about that condition anymore. And she will 5-foot step back and cast a hex on herself as you see some of her wounds begin to heal.
Wait, that's illegal.
Nope, it's legal. She can do that.
Nope.
Actually, that's not as good as the spell. She's just going to cast a spell. That hex is worthless when you have this spell instead. That is Green's turn, bringing us to Oran.
I guess I will 5-foot step and full attack. 32, 24, 13.
The 32 will hit.
Let me guess, for 7 points of damage.
For less than 17, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that checks out.
All right, that's your turn.
Yes, sir.
Brings us to Gideon, who is blind day.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's really going good for me this combat.
It's
Really going.
swimmingly.
Yeah, that's the word you could use, swimming. You do have to. I'm blind, yeah?
You're blind, yes.
So I wouldn't be able to see people being that I'm blind,
Yes.
yeah?
There is currently a lot of golden light inside of your helmet, reflected like a mirror into your eyes.
Ways to remove blind. Get blind fight doesn't help me target people. I'm gonna delay
Sounds to me, yeah. Did you just say delay?
Yeah.
I was about to say, it sounds to me like you're delaying.
Yeah, it's just going to delay for right now.
Okay. I'm not 100% sure how this works because technically at the end of the creature's turn, they can attempt a new saving throw, but if you're delaying, not sure how that works.
I don't know, but if you just delayed indefinitely, you'd never get a save. That doesn't make sense either. Yeah, I think we decided that, like, delay or not, at the end of the round, you gotta roll.
However, I don't like that either because you can delay, save against it, immediately then take your turn, and it's like it never happened.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. But I would say, like, yeah, let me just think of something arbitrary that I can do for my turn, and then we'll just call it that. He'll just 5-foot step to this chair to lean on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so he took a turn technically.
Okay. Then, yeah, give me a fortitude save.
Yay!
All right. At the end of your full round action 5-foot step, you're able to clear out the dust from your helmet, and you are no longer blind.
Okay.
Top of round 4, we come back to Jessup.
All right, Jessup's going to move over yonder. It's going to move up, I guess, and then we're all within 30 feet, I believe. And then I'm going to do some hero. Or not hero. Gosh, what am I talking about? Haste.
Haste.
All right, so move, standard, free. Good.
Okay. Everybody is hostade.
Cool.
Brings us to Red's turn. Red is going to move up to be next to Jessup and is going to cast a spell. I don't like this, but
Me neither.
give me a fortitude save, Jessup.
24?
Okay. So as she reaches out and touches you with a chill touch spell, I guess this would be a melee touch attack, but oh gosh, yeah, she hit that easy. Is your touch less than 23?
It is 22.
Oh, that's not as easy as I thought it was. She still hit you, but that was closer than I thought it was, actually.
My Inspire Heroics gives me +4 dodge.
Oh. So she touches you with a hand of ice, and you take... So it's a fortitude partial. So you don't take the strength damage, but I think you still take half of the actual damage, which is 3 points of cold damage.
Half of 3 or 3 is the half?
3, I halved it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That is her turn. Moving on to Blue. Blue is going to move over here a little bit and is going to Evil Eye Kieran. So Kieran, give me a will save to see how long this lasts. Or did you already get it? Did I
Nope.
already get you? No?
Nope.
Okay.
24.
Okay, so it's only going to be over 1 round, but you will take a -4 penalty to your attack rolls for 1 round.
Okay.
And it is your turn.
All right, then I will 5-foot step here to attack Blue. So first attack will be a 20. Iterative attack will be a 33. And that was hasted. Iterative attack will be a 12.
Okay, so the 1 hits.
Okay.
Technically, Sarah, it still would have been a 37 with Unshakable.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, so then it's going to be 17 slashing to acid.
All right.
And a disclosed amount of 5 Sonic.
Yep. All right. After that, it is Green's turn, so this will move a little bit further away. The cloud is it's pretty much out of the combat at this point. On Green's turn, Green's going to step back because we're being attacked by a halfling here and is going to ranged touch attack the halfling. Actually, yeah, we're going to do that. So that is a very, very poor roll, but I think against the heavy stone plate wearing halfling, I think a 17 should still hit your touch.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you will take 3 negative levels. So you can just write energy drain 3. And it is your turn.
Boy.
So that's my gift to you before your turn starts.
Well, that really fluffs it, doesn't it? This whole being out of high-level spells is a problem. The HP reduction. Ouch. 5-foot step. Let me turn on haste. Oh yeah, that still would have hit. Okay. My AC with haste went up to 17. So I was like, wait a minute, would I have lived, or would I've resisted it? No, it still would have hit. Move up and attack.
So 23, 26, 13, 27. None of those are going to succeed, sadly.
Wow. And I'm pretty sure Hammer Fist Ally is a standard action. Yes. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. Gideon, you are up and not blind.
Yay! I'll go ahead and release some good hope. Good vibes only.
So who all are you choosing to affect with that?
Oh, I see that he is too far away. Well, is that not just the most miserable thing in the world?
Oh, I can think of worse.
We'll exclude poor old Jessup.
Okay.
Wow. All right. Well,
Screw you, Jessup.
what goes around comes around, I suppose.
It's no reason in particular.
Screw you, Jessup.
Yeah, I don't need saves.
And then we'll go over there.
All right. That's your turn.
Yeah.
Top of round 5, we have Jessup.
Jessup should cast Hero on himself. Just do it. Jessup's going to maintain. Tried and true here. Oh, running low. This is probably the most performances I've ever used in a day. Jessup will move toward his friend Oran and then Gideon. And you know, why not? I'm going to do another ear piercing. I think I did it on blue before. I'm going to do the same thing. So well, I guess let me roll my.
All
Nope,
right.
never mind.
Save on that.
Just disregard.
Okay, yeah. That spell unfortunately does not get past her magical defenses with a 17 caster level check. That's your turn?
Yeah, I said I 5 foot and cast it. I don't think I have a move equivalent that I want to do. I don't think there's anything in my bag. So,
All right.
I'm good.
Okay, and you still have Evil Eye on you for a couple more rounds.
I have it, I think, until the combat's over, basically.
Yeah, probably. Red is going to cast a Hex on you. Jessup, give me a will save.
24?
Okay, 24 is just enough to resist her version of the Misfortune Hex. And she was trying to set that up for Blue, but we'll just have to go with it without Misfortune. So Blue is going to cast, if I have a step back, cast a spell on you, Jessup, and I need I think this is a Fortitude save.
Ooh, I forgot. Well, how about you give me a spell resist first?
Oh, this one would have spell resistance. And it is caster level check. Okay, d20 plus caster level gets me a 23? I have no idea what your
That might
spell
actually be
resistance
close.
is.
Let me see. Well, I guess first off, I guess it doesn't matter, but is it an enchantment spell? Because actually, I've been forgetting to put in elven immunities in case it is. Okay. Spell resistance is 21. So yes, that would pass.
Okay. I forgot what yours was. So,
Yeah, it's 6 plus my level is all it is.
Still pretty decent. But that will go through, so I will need... sorry, it was a will save. I had that backwards.
You.
Okay.
You said it was a spell?
This is a spell, yes. This is an actual spell. The Hex was a supernatural ability. This is an actual spell.
Would you allow, before I choose to do Saving Finale, could I try to discern what the spell is?
I guess you can do a spellcraft as it's being cast, yeah.
23?
23. So this is a... Let me just look up what the DC is. I think that's probably enough, but...
If it's not, I'll probably use Saving Finale, because that means it's probably bad.
Identify a spell as it is being cast. 15 plus the spell level, so 23 will be enough to it. So she's trying to cast Phantasmal Killer on you.
Oh, crap.
Okay, so you are ending the heroics
Yes, but it shall linger.
and rolling again.
And roll again.
So re-roll the will save. For
Oh,
another
man, really? A
15?
15? I would roll the same thing. I think it's in the rules if you roll the same on a reroll, you get to roll again. Isn't something like that?
Goodness, that's funny.
No?
Double natural twos.
I don't. I mean, I'm laughing, but it's not funny.
Oh, it's unfortunate that you didn't roll the second natural 2 on this other save. I need a Fortitude save now.
Oh wait, okay.
I would have preferred if this one had failed. If any of them was.
I could roll worse. It's possible. Well, 18 ain't much better. That's a nat 5. I got a lot of really low single digits here.
All right. Okay. So the Phantasmal Killer goes off, and I don't know. What do you think Jessup's worst fear is that he would see from his subconscious manifesting in front of him?
Is it like something that Jessup's afraid of, or just in general?
Yeah. So the Phantasmal Killer, it creates the most fearsome creature imaginable to the subject, and I don't know. What do you think that would be to Jessup?
Oh gosh, I haven't really thought about that. I don't know. He didn't really appreciate getting bit by the butt by a troll years ago, so maybe it's a form of troll.
Okay.
He doesn't like trolls.
You see the familiar face of that troll, but it's twice as large as before, and its mouth is wide open, ready to take another bite. And for a moment, you feel your heart stop. Also, did you roll a will save instead of a fortitude save there?
Oh wait, did you say? Well,
I did say fortitude save.
I'm sorry. Well, so it's still gonna be worse if you take 5 plus 9.
Oh, so your fortitude would just be 4 lower?
Yeah, my fortitude is
Okay.
lesser than my will, so the will was better.
Okay. In that case, for a moment you feel your heart stop, and then it actually stops. Yeah, okay.
I rolled a 5 again. That's hilarious. It was meant to be.
So the DC was 18, so I was gonna say, oh, you feel it stop, but then you resist it, and I was like, hold up, that's not the right save.
Oh no, my ticker! Oh wait, oh nope, there it went again.
So as this illusion in front of you frightens you so deeply, you actually do fall unconscious. Your heart stops out of shock, and you die.
Yay!
Yep. So you die from the fear of this effect. And that is her turn. Moving on to Kieran.
All right. I will. 5-foot step. And Inspire Courage does linger, or is it gone?
Yeah, it lingers for 2
It
rounds.
lingers.
Courage would, because his Shadow Bard's still
Yeah,
going.
that's why I put Shadow Bard on in case I get
okay.
polyed.
Nice. Okay. I mean, not nice. It's really unfortunate for you. I'm sorry, but
Well, I thought ahead because I figured things are going to go awry, so that's why I Shadow Bard the Inspire Courage.
that was very wise of you, Jessup.
Wise is one of my lower stats.
All right.
Almost noble.
Full attack. Hold up. Gotta take destruction off. And I think everything else is okay.
Are you just out of range? No, you're in range.
Yeah, you should definitely be in range because you're within range of me.
30.
Oh.
Yeah, 30.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll put that back on then. Okay. So first attack with my glaive is a 34.
That'll
I'm
hit.
no longer misfortuned or hexed or whatever, so there's no negs, right?
Yes.
It was just
that is
one
correct.
round. Okay.
Yeah. Was
So
one
30,
round for you.
34 and 40, and then iterative is only a 19.
Okay, so the first 2 will hit.
Okay. So first damage is 18 slashing, 3 acid. Second damage is 23 slashing, 6 acid.
All right.
And that is my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Green, who is,
In a good spot. Really happy
Yeah.
with their present situation.
yeah, tree shapes. Haha. I'm just a tree now. You don't know where I am. No, that's not a good combat spell.
Well, now it's an even
unfortunately.
fight 3-on-3, so that's cool.
We're going to step back, and she is going to attempt to cast a spell at, I guess, Oran. Oran, give me a will save.
You got it.
Now, Oran, just if you want, you are within my beacon, so you could roll with advantage if you'd like. I don't know how much further you'll be in my thing, because I can't, unless Kieran starts dragging poor old Jessup's body around, which would be hilarious.
Sure, I'll roll with advantage. Why not?
Okay. Roll me 2 will saves. Oh, goodness.
Our saves are amazing today.
A 3 and a 4 on the die.
Luckily, despite those rolls, you are able to resist the first half of Phantasmal Killer from her,
Okay.
and you are able to resist you disbelieve the illusion that you see. So you're actually fine.
Man,
It's
that
a-
DC was really low.
Yeah,
I just
it's-
rolled terrible.
Yeah, it's not their DCs are not that high.
I rolled
honestly.
2 2s and 2 5s consecutively.
Yeah. So that is her turn. And Oren, you're up.
I guess I'll chase her
then-
still.
Out of nowhere. Hi-ya!
Oh no! That's what we get for resting too many times in a row.
Bandersnatch get you. Okay, all right, so
Look at those damage rolls. Just look at those
Yeah.
damage rolls. Every single one of them was a nat 1.
Yeah, it's 17 followed by 17 followed by 17. Lowest damage possible.
3 1s on the damage. The 31 will hit, the 33 will hit, the 24 will miss, the 28 will hit.
Oh, okay. 21 on the last one.
Oh, the last one was not 17.
You do got like destruction on that and all the
Yes.
good stuff. Okay, cool.
7, and then the last one is 11. And Discordant Voice does not go off when you're dead.
Dead? I would imagine so. I mean,
But it's the Shadow Bard's discordant voice.
Well, that's the question. Does Shadow Bard trigger it?
I just checked it. Discordant specifically says whenever you are using bardic performance, so I don't know if
It would
because it's
technically be
me.
lingering, but no, you switched to the Shadow Bard, so yeah, it's over.
no, because we've always played when it's lingered, it doesn't count. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Then in that case, she's still up.
Too bad I wouldn't have been able to finish her from the dead. That would have been sweet.
the finisher. The
He's-
finisher.
Put it on my gravestone.
You
Even
can see
in
that
death,
she is-
he kills targets.
Wobbling, but she is still up. And Gideon, it is your turn.
I can see that she's a wobbling.
She doesn't look great.
Then let's hit her with the Bone Shaker.
But if she's a dryad and made out of wood, does she have bones? I don't know if they're actually made out of wood. They probably have bones.
That's up to you.
No, that's fine. I'm not going to be pedantic about it, but
Okay. The target is technically one living creature, though, as well. So hopefully they theoretically are
yeah,
alive.
Fae technically are alive.
Oh, so they are Fae.
Yeah, dryads. Yeah. I think you guys knew that.
Bam.
All right. So she has 1 hit point, so even if she takes half damage, that's a
little excessive for...
That's not a negate spell, right? It's partial.
It's partial. You get half.
Okay, so even with half damage, that's well, I was about to say I forgot.
Spell resistance.
Yeah, spell resistance, because you might fail miserably. Oh, good.
Wow.
I was joking. You actually wanted it to be higher, but thank you for rolling less than 23.
Wow.
So you're saying I should have just attacked her?
You should have just attacked her, yes.
Why won't you die?
I forgot about the spell resistance part. That's on me. I should have been paying attention. I forgot
You
about
cast
part.
that, but it just evaporates around her magical defenses, and that spell does not take any effect on her, unfortunately.
We're gonna swift and move action, buddy.
Okay, so swift action, grace, move action.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Top of round 6. Let's skip over that person's turn and go straight to the Dryad. So Dryad's going to move a little bit over here and cast... Kieran, give me a fortitude save.
Sarah said be right back. I don't know if she's back yet.
I don't need to know the result quite yet. It's not going to change what the other person does anyways. So Blue is going to actually probably do the same thing. So I'll just have her do 2 fortitude saves when she gets back. And then it's her turn. So okay, we need her to come back, actually.
It's like I've done everything I can to try and not need her, but we need her to be here.
I could no longer delay this. Yeah, I didn't realize that Kieran goes next. Well, Green goes after Kieran, and I don't think Kieran's turn is going to affect what Green does. So Green's going to step here, fast heal a little bit, and now she'll do her hex because the spell she cast before was already cast. So she has to do the healing hex now. So I will roll that to myself. So she heals up a little bit. Nice. And then it goes to Oran.
And Chaser,
All right.
I want you to die. Hiya!
33 and 30 will hit. And 33 will hit.
Oh my god.
So,
17 again.
8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 11. And then 7. She's still up
I hate you.
at 1 hit point.
I hate you so much.
Do you have Wrath on?
Huh?
I don't think we have Wrath.
We don't have Wrath, do we?
Didn't we? Or what?
I don't
Didn't
think
Gideon
so.
have an
He has
buff out?
Destruction, but we
never mind.
have that included.
Yeah.
And Good Hope.
I do have Good Hope on. Yep.
Okay.
So, Sarah, you're back. So I need Kieran to give me 2 fortitude saves.
I refuse. If I'm not here, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, you need 2.
23 and a natural 1 for a 14.
Okay, so you resist Red's casting of blindness, deafness, but on Blue's turn, she 5-foot steps out of your reach and then casts blindness, deafness. You then fail that one.
Okay. Am I blinded or deafened?
You're blinded, but they probably don't realize you have blind sight or blind sense, so you know, it is what it is.
Okay.
They're low. They don't have many spell options anymore.
I told you, they're going to start running out here soon.
And it would have been your turn. We skipped a bunch of stuff. Your turn would be happening
Okay.
in...
Sorry,
Yeah.
I realized I never gave the outdoor cats water, so I was freaking out. So, anyway. All right, I will 5
As a matter of fact. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Just
what?
as a heads up, Green has 1 HP left.
But that would have happened after
Oh,
her.
that's
Yeah.
technically after her turn. That's right. Yeah, because
So
we skipped her turn.
technically has more than 1 hit point as of
Yes.
your turn.
But
yeah.
I mean, I also don't know that because it's far away
Yes.
and I'm
Correct.
So I'm gonna blindly lurch forward, still knowing where she's at, but I will have to roll concealment. So first
But
attack.
You've got good stuff, so
I
chances
do,
are you'll
yeah.
be fine.
So still inspire courage lingers. Oh,
Yes.
Shadow Bard. Derp. Okay.
Yes. Destruction would be gone now, though.
Destruction is gone.
And Sarah, you would have +4 on this first attack because your last attack missed last time.
Right. Thank you for that. I don't know why that is so hard for me to remember.
Hey, I got nothing else to do. I'll keep track of Unshakable Zeal. Don't you worry.
Thank
I'm
you.
here.
I appreciate
I'm
it.
here in spirit.
So this is a +4, natural 1. So
Okay.
You
I guess
know,
it doesn't.
But I will have a +4 again, right?
I think it goes to +8 because that's how I say it
I
works.
don't think that is. I don't
I feel
think
like
that
it
works.
should if I roll 2 nat ones in a row.
If you roll 2 nat ones in a row, I'll house rule that you can do it this time.
So Jason, here's a question. I always roll my first attack, then hasted, then iterative. But like, do you want me to roll iterative so that it's the lower BAB for the +4?
I genuinely don't really care.
Okay, I'm gonna just go how I always do then. So hasted attack, I usually do second. So a 38,
That'll hit.
and then an 18. So man, that iterative, I rolled like natural 2s on like every single iterative. So
Don't talk to me about rolling natural 2s.
all right, so the damage on that hasted attack is going to be 24 points of slashing, 5 points of acid.
Okay.
Oh, but I also hold. So my 2d100, 76 and 89, so I hit concealment.
Yep.
I mean, I bypass
You're
concealment.
good.
That's my turn.
All right. So after Kieran, we then had her, and then we had Oran, and so now we're going to Gideon.
5-foot step followed by a full round attack. Even with my negative levels, let's try to get some damage.
You don't want to do Bone Shaker?
Oh, ignore the shield bash. I didn't take the negs for it.
Okay. So 29, 38, and 28 will hit. 28 is her AC. So all 3 of those will hit. She had 1 hit point, so that will, even with her DR10, that will be enough to put her down.
Oh yeah, I should use bigger brain next time.
All right. And that's your turn, Gideon?
Yeah.
All right. I don't normally do this, but I will give you guys the option if you want to just end the combat here and say that within the next 10 rounds you would win. Because at this point, I have no offensive capabilities left, so there's pretty much nothing I can do except low-level spells, which you will save against or will have little effect on you long-term.
Do they keep fighting or do they give up and run away again?
At this point, they would fight to the death, yeah.
Yeah, we can say we murdered them.
Jessup has no say.
It's just that at this point, all they have, so they use their 5th and 4th level spells other than Cure Serious Wounds, which is just going to elongate the combat. They've got Dispel Magic, that's not going to do anything. They've got Siphon Might, that's not going to do anything. They have Ray of Enfeeblement, but that's not really going to do anything. The only offensive thing that they have left really is their dagger, which is 1d4 plus 1 damage.
I'm cool with hand waving it.
I think we can safely say that, the combat would go on for a bit. You'd probably save against the rest of their spells, or they might try to attack you in melee, but it wouldn't do more than like a couple points of damage, which would get healed up afterwards anyways. But to save us about an hour of hitting DR with fast healing and so on, you do eventually put down the other 2 dryads, and you guys find yourselves in this chamber alone, and Jessup's not moving.
Oh, Jessup's dead.
Well, I mean...
I'm gonna run over to Jessup and do a heal check. 19.
Yeah, could we say that? Because in my next round, I was probably going to double move, and so 2 rounds of saving and then a spell. But I don't know if you want to allow that or not.
2 rounds of saving and a spell?
Yeah, because I was a full... I would have to move twice to get to him, and then I was going to cast a heal or something like that. Or maybe just switch an invocation to fast healing.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. You could run up to him and then cast a healing spell, but it would seem to have no effect.
Okay, yeah. That's what I just wanted to make sure before we expend larger.
Because Phantasmal Killer says...
I figured, but I just,
Yeah. The subject must succeed at a fortitude save or die from fear. So
question. I'm just curious. If we had all had that cast, what would Gideon and Oran have as their fear that would kill them?
Probably a giant hobgoblin, I imagine.
I think you may have said that the last time because you had it cast on you, but you didn't actually die.
yeah, I think that happened in like the Underdark.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine would be related to the vision he suffered, but with the
Visions.
nightmare things.
Visions.
I think it was Zon Kuthan or some other evil outer deity.
It was the Hadragash.
Hagragash.
The
Yeah.
Barghest deity of goblins.
Yeah, Hagragash. That guy. He would have been the image, because I think for Gideon, he represents not just opposition but doubt, which he tries to suppress quite so.
Yeah, I was trying to think what Jessup would be afraid of per se, and I mean, I guess trolls, but I think what he'd probably be afraid of, which more than likely what it should have been, was I think his whole story arc was trying to kind of come to terms with his son and build a connection. So I could see potentially that the shadow would actually be like his son, as if he didn't build that connection and his son envied him and then end up killing him.
See, that's what I thought, was like that his son killed him would be like a huge fear.
It was in the moment, and I was just thinking about it, like not necessarily like a fear like from that end, but more of like what would he be afraid of that's tangible.
Right.
So I guess that's why I kind of got lost in the moment. But
That's funny that all three of us had like the same.
Yeah, I thought for
thought.
sure his son was gonna murk him.
Same.
I had thought that maybe he was going to say the dragon that killed Iden.
Yeah, that would have been another good choice.
Ooh, that would have been a good choice. Or I'd.
well, I'm sorry, I suck at my own death. Okay, in the moment.
I also like the troll one because that's one of those you could go for, like, it's like
Right.
it's not so much that it is a terrifying creature, but it is a traumatic experience individually. It's like people are afraid of spiders, but it's not like spiders are as scary as
No.
dragons.
I think it's funny because I think Jessup mentioned and showed Hursk and them the scar that he had on his butt from a troll. Everybody thought he was lying, and then Jessup gets killed by a troll that bit him in the butt.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess Oran will do the old hand slap and getting pretty good at this, and give him the old raised dead.
Do we have that, or did I miss it?
Do we have it? Yeah, we have raised dead.
I didn't know if you had the spell slots available still or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're good.
He's got 7 of those left today.
Do you need diamonds or anything, or are you good?
Nope. I stocked up on diamonds. We don't have any diamond dust is the problem. I got plenty of diamonds. Just no diamond dust. There you go. Gave you the old raised dead, buddy.
Oh, thanks. Negative levels, here I come.
We're join the club. We're the negative levels gang.
After I just got, we wasted, the, what's it, the greater restoration, the 5,000 on Jessup. Get him back.
Yep. Oh, well.
That's life.
Yeah, I mean, unless you got a way to crush diamonds up.
I have some diamond dust, but not very much.
I'm pretty sure we need like 5,000
Yikes.
for greater restoration, I think. It's either 1,000 or 5,000. I can't remember.
Now, if Gideon rolls another percentile die and we get the bar guest come back again right now, I'm going to be a little sad.
Oh, that would be amazing if the bar showed back up right this second.
Bandersnatch.
Or
Bar guest,
Bandersnatch.
we would be able to
Yes.
handle a bar guest pretty easily.
Right, the
Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch. Yeah, that'd be
You guys look
amazing.
behind you, and on the bridge you see eyes in the darkness.
No. That would be a TPK.
It's hiding in these mushrooms right here, right next to us.
Yep.
Well, I guess we should have expected that was going to happen when we tried to rest. I vote that we actually try to rest now, but I'm also wondering if one of us should stay up for the whole night just to keep watch.
Thank you, Oran. Kieran, I'm not sure how you get over this repeatedly. It is traumatizing.
I honestly don't know. It's awful. It's really awful. Jason, my strength my strength penalty is gone, right?
Yeah, that was rounds per level, so
Okay.
that's gone. The temporary negative levels would be gone within like an hour. I think it would be like an hour and a half. I think it's 10 minutes per level. So those temporary negative levels that some of you took, you can get rid of those too. That's fine.
How about that charisma damage?
The charisma damage, you guys would have been able to heal right after the fight with Tooth Fairies.
But not the constitution damage, though, from...
No, the 1 constitution damage would still be there.
All right. Let's try this again.
Well, welcome again, Jessup, to the mortal realm, land of the living. Glad you're here.
Yeah, I think I am too. I'm not going to sit in that chair.
Would you like to lay on the couch?
I think I would.
Well, I'm going to stay up tonight if you all are okay with that. I'll just sit here and ruminate.
Jessup like haphazardly just chucks the wand of keep watch towards you, just like here.
He's done for the day.
I'm
He's over it.
I was kind of against resting. I felt pretty good. I am depleted mentally and physically.
One thing I will say.
Did we find anything cool on the Dryads?
Oh, I can read off if they had anything. I can check. One thing I will say though before I do that is, it's up to you. You could ask the quicklings for a favor and have them keep watch for you, or scout the area while you're sleeping. But that's up to you because you only have 4 of those favors, so it's depending on how you want to use them. Just reminding you that you have it.
I think Kieran would be fine with keeping watch, but he wouldn't be opposed to them scouting out the area just while we're resting.
Well, haven't we already scouted out this whole area, though?
He means further down, probably, yeah.
They probably could go.
Well, you could ask them to do that as well. I had meant specifically keeping it on this level. Just like anything coming up from below or coming down from the surface.
Yeah, I think maybe what he would do is Kieran will keep watch here, but if Wendell and Meryl could like rest over here and just keep watch for anything coming up from this, and that way maybe they could warn us in advance of stuff coming up around the corner.
I would say if you wanted to use a favor and you asked them to scout ahead, then they would say, "Oh yes, most willing to do that. We are very good at spotting things. In fact, Wendell could go this way and Meryl could go this way, and we could get both sides."
Wendell, we can't see you. You're invisible, so if you're pointing somewhere, you might have to come out of invisibility and point.
Oh, sorry. And they pop out. Like, yes, Wendell was saying that Wendell could go down to the one side and make sure nothing comes up from below, and Meryl maybe could go to the other side and make sure nothing comes from above.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be great if you'd be willing to do that. I just didn't know if you'd rather stick together or if you were okay with separating.
Oh, we are both very, very hard to spot and very good at spotting things, so we will be fine on our own. Probably, maybe.
Okay, all right. Well, if you are willing to do that, we would be grateful. We'll hang out here. I'm going to use magic to stay awake all night, so I'll be able to see anything coming in this general area, but it would be...
Whoops.
Oh, we can see a giant G5. Roll for initiative. Okay.
Roll for initiative.
I put the map to the token level, not to the...
Yeah, so that would be excellent. I will keep watch here, and you can warn us if anything comes from either direction.
All right, so you guys get around and ready to sleep. Kieran is staying up. The other 3 of you are laying down next to some head fruit there.
Head fruit, nice.
Yep.
Face fruit.
Yep, face fruit.
Karen's just gonna like stare into the eyes of the face fruit.
Okay. Give me a D100 roll.
Oh, lovely. Bandersnatch time, boys.
Bandersnatch.
A 41.
And then roll me
6d20.
2d4.
This is the number of Bandersnatches. 4.
Okay. So you guys settle in, and eventually you fall asleep, except for Kieran. And about 4 hours pass. And then, Kieran, you can sense with your blind sight, or blind sense, a small creature comes rushing down from this direction.
Okay. Meryl.
And you can hear Meryl's voice as she approaches you, and she comes like right up to you, and in a frantic voice she says, "We must move, creature coming down from above, must move."
Okay, all right. I will hastily wake up the others and say, we've got to go, we've got company. Meryl warned us, we've got to either hide or we've got to move further in. There's something coming.
5 more
Wakey,
minutes,
wakey,
please.
wakey, 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 wakey.
Meryl goes, it's coming, it's around the corner, we must move.
All right, hurry up. I will reach out and we can dimension door. Hold that thought. Let me see. Yes, I can actually dimension door.
And you leave Meryl.
No, I wouldn't leave Meryl, but I will dimension doors over to where Wendell is.
Okay.
This general area.
All right. So you guys all pop over there.
And then I suppose we'll just have to get ready because it's still going to come.
Do we know, can she specify more what the creature is?
after you guys dimension door over there, she says, "Oh yes, it's a large creature that attacked before. You called it Bandersnatch."
Oh my goodness, Jason. You really want to kill us, don't
It's
you?
not my fault. You guys keep resting in the most open area on the map that people have to move through to get to places.
Yeah, see, last time we rested outside, so I feel like we should just go rest outside.
Well, it's not so much that, it's just that for any creature to move from one place to another, they have to go through that room.
Well, like, I don't know where else we're supposed to. I guess we could rest in the spider room, but this is like where the
room
bears-
where the beds are.
Well, they'd have to move through there too.
We could just go in the tooth zone.
Yeah. I mean, I could dimension doors back to the tooth place, and then I'm out of level 4s.
The alternative is camping outside and walking back in.
But anyways, you guys are there and probably hiding around the corner here inside. Wendell, when you guys pop in, Wendell is just like, oh, you guys, that was startling. I didn't expect you to pop in out of nowhere.
Yeah, sorry, there's something coming. We've got to get out of here. Wendell, if you want to go invisible and hide, I think I can take the rest of us outside and maybe bypass the Bandersnatch.
Meryl says, "Oh, wait, I will look," and you can sense with your blind sense she starts moving north.
Okay.
Like she goes invisible and then starts like moving like up in the direction.
Okay. Wendell or Meryl, be careful. And then the others, I mean, should I dimension door us outside? I've got one more of those.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
I just hope there's another, what is it, Jub Jub or whatever it is?
It's Jub Bird. Oh my goodness. I think I would rage quit if that happened.
I mean, here's the thing. If we don't move in further, we're probably going to have to deal with the Bandersnatch when we come back from resting. I mean, I would think that we could
just
take
dimension door again.
Oh, that's true. We could just dimension door past it.
Dimension door right to it. It's sleeping on the bed.
Yeah.
Ah!
All right. So everybody gather around, hold hands. Wendell, you be careful and meet us outside if you can make it out, or just hide and don't make your presence known.
Okay, Wendell will hide.
All right. And then we will dimension door outside of this stupid tree. And the Bandersnatch has not even made its way inside yet, so it's just waiting outside where the Jub Bird was.
All right. So you guys teleport outside, and there's nothing out there at the moment. You don't see anything. I'm just going to put everything on the GM layer because you don't know where anything is. So you guys head outside. What do you plan to do? Do you just immediately set up camp and rest for the last 4 hours, or are you hoping that you'll hear from Wendell or Meryl?
I mean, Kieran's still staying awake, so he'll just be up to hear from Wendell or Meryl once they get back.
It doesn't matter too much. I mean, I do have a. Could I cast Tiny Hut and then go back to rest?
If you want to.
What were you
For
casting?
more open. I have a cast of Tiny Hut. I can just do that while we're resting outside.
That's
I did
true.
inside, but
Okay. Yeah, so if you cast Tiny Hut, then Kieran would keep watch for Wendell and Meryl, and then if they make it out, he could let them know where we were at.
Gideon will fall right back to sleep.
is Gideon naked?
No, he's in his armor.
Do you not get penalties for sleeping in your armor anymore?
Nope, because I bought comfort armor. It's comforting.
It was probably 100 gold or something, wasn't it?
It was
20
pretty cheap.
gold.
Yeah.
It's 20 gold. It makes him immune to exhaustion and fatigue.
That sounds legit.
Yeah, it's about that much.
It's just in the advanced player's guide.
It's an obscure item.
You just gotta look. No, I will admit it is an obscure guide, but it did cost me quite a bit.
Yeah, it's like a +1 bonus.
No, it's 5,000 gold, and it's from the
It's just a flat amount.
Yep, from the Pathfinder Society field guide.
That is quite obscure.
I told you it's pretty obscure, but it did cost a reasonable amount. I mean, I could have taken endurance for twice that. I could have bought the Iron Stone.
Yeah. So, you guys in your tiny hut, you go back to rest. Roll me 2d4, Kieran.
7.
Okay. So, I don't know how much longer you go. Probably, basically, at the end of your sleeping time, you guys start to wake up, and Kieran, you do sense Wendell and Meryl, and they kind of sneak up to you guys and say, "Oh, the creature went back into its room in the corner there with all of the mushroom trees, and it's stayed there, and we snuck past, and it hasn't left since."
Oh, well, that is a relief. Thank you so much for watching out for that. I'm hoping that we can actually get through a night of rest first, because all of us are rather in rough shape right now. Well, come inside this hut that Jessup has, and we'll all try to get some rest, you included.
Well, that would be at the end of your rest. That was...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because you went 4 hours resting before it decided to come back into the tree, and then it's been several hours post-dimension door.
Okay.
Jessup wakes up, immediately dismisses it. No rest for the quicklings.
Oh. No rest for the quicklings.
No
work.
sleep for you.
Work, quicklings, work.
So yeah, it would be the next day. So you guys can regain your spells. Ability damage heals at a rate of 1 per day. Any permanent negative levels would still be permanent, because that's how that word works.
Man, I haven't gotten that low on spells in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was rough. So still energy drained.
To the
So, yeah.
Bandersnatch.
Yeah, just peeling back the curtain a little bit on what there. I had decided beforehand that the Bandersnatch was eventually going to come back to its room, quote, quote, room. And it just so happened that you guys were resting right in its path.
Nice. Can you imagine if we hadn't sent Meryl that way? And then all of a sudden, Kieran's like, "Oh no!" And there's combat and... Oh, good grief.
I think we would have been fine.
Yeah, maybe. But, all right. Well, I think the best course of action for today, once we're all ready, would be to dimension door to where it goes deeper into the tree, past that little alcove room with the cauldron, bypass the Bandersnatch completely if we can, and just continue onward.
Would it not be wise to consider locking the Bandersnatch back in its room?
Was that locked before? I think that was just shut. The locked one was the tooth fairies.
Well, we all know Bandersnatches cannot open doors.
I mean, if you want to get close enough to shut the doors, Jessup, be my guest, but I don't know if I want to get close enough to that.
I will respect your wisdom.
Jessup, roll me a knowledge nature.
Ooh, nat 2036.
With a natural 2036, you would know that a Bandersnatch, generally speaking, has a strength score of over 30. This particular one at least looked like it had a strength score of over 30, so it could probably bash it down if it really wanted to.
Does Jessup know it can break a door down, though, with a 12 intelligence?
With a strength score of that high, yeah, it might take it a round or two, but it would get through if it really wanted to. If it really wanted to.
Maybe if we make the door not appealing.
Not appealing?
I'm kidding. I'm not going near that door.
Okay, all right, well.
I've faced death in the last 24 hours. No need to tempt fate again.
Yes, well, welcome to my world. It's just about every 24 hours that I die. I should keep a death counter on my days, just so that at the end of this I can say, haha, I've probably died more than anybody else in the world has. Okay, that was supposed to be funny. Nobody laughed. All right, let's...
Absalom's Book of Records.
Yes.
It's the Pathfinder Guinness.
Yeah.
The world record, yeah. Gideon, Oran, are you ready to set out for today?
Yep, I'm all good. Let's go.
Playing? And we made sure that he was outside when he beat his anvil, so that we don't alert the Bandersnatch inside.
Yeah.
Gideon finishes his final sip of tea. Yes, I am ready to press forward.
Okay. Let's see what TPK combats await us in the tree.
All right. So you guys are just dimensioning door back to where you would be here?
Yes.
Kieran, before you get too far ahead.
Uh-huh.
Lest you forget.
Unshakable zeal.
I'll do the same standard fare.
Okay. Yeah, you guys cast all of your morning prep stuff, and then you dimension door in, and...
I like to think that it's basically like when old people have their pill container, and each day they have their pills they take. We just have the buffs that we have to put on.
No, I forgot to reset it for Tuesday. What's going on? What do we do?
So you guys dimension door back into that room, and you kind of wait for a second to see if anything is around. And it doesn't appear as though the Bandersnatch ever came this far down, and it doesn't look like there's been any other activity the other direction. So you think you're good when you get into this room. What would you guys like to do?
Tally ho!
Yep, let's go.
You guys start moving down the tunnel there, and I'll re-describe what it looks like. It's been a while here. So the cavern here begins to narrow, and it begins a steep decline going downwards quite far. And the walls' woody growths here plunge into a total gloom ahead. Like I said, it's been dim lighting in this upper area here. It looks like as you go forward, it's going to be pitch darkness. And you can see that the lengths of the chamber around you bear visible, like hideous blackened scars as if stained or burned as they enter into this darkness ahead. And you guys continue forward there. Give me a perception check.
Lovely. My perception is a natural 1 for a 13.
Cool. Natural 20 for a 31 on Oran.
Yeah.
Natural 20 for a 49 on Gideon.
24.
24. Okay. So, Oran and Gideon, you guys would be allowed a knowledge arcana check. Do you have that?
No.
I do.
Okay. Oh, you do?
I have it as a class skill and just no ranks in it.
Okay. So
I have 2 ranks in it.
okay, Oran.
Wow.
Okay.
Rocked it.
So as you guys are continuing down this tunnel here, Gideon and Oran, you notice the scar markings on the sides of the wall here, and they do seem unnatural. They don't look like they're just, like scars from having creatures go back and forth or spells cast. There's something unnatural about them. However, neither of you are able to identify them. And
can I point them out to Jessup?
You can, but as you do that, it is unfortunately too late, as you have failed to notice, or I guess more so failed to realize the significance of these scars as the ground around you begins to shift and turn acidic as the passageway literally springs to life, and the soil swells and churns and rises up to a depth of about 6 feet. So all of you are kind of being, I guess for lack of a better word, slowly digested by this hallway and its acidic sludge. And so this is a variant of this spell, large or smaller creatures. Okay, so I need everybody to give me a reflex save.
Oh, goody.
It's a mimic hallway.
19.
19?
You said a reflex?
Wow.
Reflex, yes. 17 from Jessup.
Ha!
19
Wow.
from Gideon.
Wow.
26 from Oran.
Wow.
It's loaded not good. 19,
All right.
17, 19, and then Oran gets it.
Yeah.
Ever since I became a halfling.
The 4 of you, so all 4 of you get like wrapped around by these acidic, the growths of this chamber to that. And you can see that the 6 foot is around roughly where those acidic, those scar markings on the wall are. All of you are wrapped up by these growths as they digest you, but the DC was 19, so 3 of you will take half damage and avoid being pinned by these. Unfortunately, 1 of you will be pinned.
Saving finale. He had a bardic performance.
So...
Yeah, I love the one that has a plus 15 reflex and I roll a 17.
Yeah, that's rough. Buddy.
Actually, technically, I rolled a 19, but because of my 2 negative levels, I went down by 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic, man.
So
Next time, just leave Jessup dead. Just don't waste the diamonds.
Jessup, you take 10d6 points of bludgeoning damage as you are crushed by these fungal growths that are beginning to bear down on you. The other 3 of you take 17 damage each.
Yuck. Not
In
ideal.
addition, Jessup, you are pinned. Those of you who passed also take 1d6 points of acid. So 2 points of acid damage to Kieran, Gideon, and Oran. for this first round, and Jessup, you will instead take 7 points of acid damage.
What if I told you no points of acid damage? Thanks
Yeah, if
to
you have
a
acid
ring.
resistance, then you can negate that. Otherwise, you'll take that damage.
Does Jessup have bludgeoning damage reduction?
I don't think so.
I think that's how drow work.
All right, so that is the first round as it springs up, so you'll each have a turn here. So go ahead and roll initiative to see the order in which you guys can act. Okay, well, one of you is not going first.
Now I roll a natural 20. Are you kidding me?
So Oran gets an 8, Jessup rolls a 14, Gideon rolls an 11, Kieran rolls a 29.
There's been a lot of nat ones. today.
There's been like
There's been a lot of nat 20s.
I've rolled a lot of 5s and 2s.
There's been a lot of natural 1s and a lot of natural 20s. It's just the
difference is the nat 20s are things that matter.
skill checks and initiative checks rather than saving throws and attack rolls.
Yeah.
Top of the round, Kieran, you will actually go first. You act before the trap goes as well.
Okay. How far, can I move out of this trap?
Yeah, you are not pinned. It's difficult terrain in this whole hallway. Basically, let me just mark it out, the distance that it goes so you know roughly where it is. So it starts here and ends here. So it's that whole length of hallway pretty much. So if you move back or forward, you will get out of it.
Okay, if I try to help Jessup, is that possible?
He is currently pinned, so it would be a combat maneuver or escape artist check to get out of it. You could aid another if you'd like.
Well, I'm going to, can I liberating command to give him an escape artist check?
If you want to. You could do that too.
Okay. I will liberating command on Jessup, so you get an escape artist attempt with a plus 20 bonus as an immediate action, and then I'm going to fly out of the trapped area.
Okay. So I roll it now.
Yeah.
Yes, you would immediately get that check.
Does that work the same that I can roll dance for my escape artist to give that the plus to that? Or
Yeah,
is
you're
it
versatile.
specifically-
For all intents and purposes, that performance is the same thing.
Okay.
That's how versatile performance works.
42. I rolled a
Yeah.
5 for 42.
Surprisingly, 42 beats the DC 30, yeah. So you are actually able to, with that spell, break free of the growths that are entangling and crushing you and digesting you.
Thank you, Kieran.
So on your turn, you will not actually be pinned.
So that's Kieran's turn. I just
Yep.
move out of the trapped area.
On initiative count 15, the trap will go. So the three of you that are still in the area will all take 2 more points of acid damage, but none of you are pinned anymore, so you are otherwise okay. Jessup, you're up.
I'm going to double move.
Okay. Can you get all the way out?
I have 60-foot movement with the double
Oh.
move. Oh, no, it's difficult
It's difficult terrain inside of it, but is that still probably enough?
Shoot, I don't know where I was.
I think that's where you were. I think that's about right.
Could I? Or could I roll an acrobatics to move better through difficult terrain? Is that how that works or no?
I think there's a feat that lets you do stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think I can get out of there.
I think you can get right to the edge of it.
I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay.
I can cast haste, but then it's still going to leave me
Yeah.
where I need to be, and I don't think I can running start or any nonsense.
But you get right up to the edge at least.
I guess I do, yeah.
Okay.
And they don't need any, because they're not pinned or anything, so they don't have to do any checks or
Correct,
anything
yeah.
like that. Sure.
That brings us to Gideon. Gideon, you're not pinned.
Yeah, my turn is simple. 10, 20, or, well, I guess not because of diagonals. 10, 20, and then keep going from there.
Brings us to Oran.
Yep.
So Oran goes out.
Yep.
Cycling back, it would be Kieran. Kieran is BRB, but Kieran's already out, so it's not really a big deal. On the trap's turn, Jessup, you would take another 3 acid damage if you take acid damage. And then on your turn, would you like to stay in the trap area?
I run back through the other direction.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's the most logical course of action.
Yeah, okay. So you see that the trap persists for another 5 rounds before eventually calming back down. But all of you are able to get by. Luckily, most of you were able to avoid being pinned, or you broke free real quickly, so you didn't end up taking a whole lot of acid damage. You took a little bit of bludgeoning damage, though.
I
But-
wouldn't say little.
Yeah.
That was a lot
But
of
you
just
guys
stealth.
get through that without, coming too close to death or anything like that.
I think I might already need some healing today. This is discouraging.
It's 5 minutes into a new day, and we're already
I'm
worse for the wear.
I'm going to tell you, I am already less than half. My
Oh
health.
no!
Really?
40 at 90, 89. Well, I already lost some HP
Wow.
because of the negative levels, so my max is only 89.
All right. I can give you a cure critical wounds.
Well, I mean, I could do that. I didn't know if we had wands to waste instead,
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I don't know.
because I only need healing for myself, really.
Oh, Jason.
Yes?
Also, I had been blinded. We have a potion of remove blindness deafness. I'll just mark that off that we use.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. No problem. Not that it would really bother you to stay blinded, because, it doesn't
Yeah,
really
but
hinder you much.
I mean, I do still want to see. So,
Oh, that reminds me. I shouldn't bring it up.
oh yeah, I'm blighted.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about something totally different.
Well, I'm also blighted. So,
Yeah, you can roll that again if you'd like.
is that fortitude?
It's fortitude, yes.
Do you want some anti stuff to make your check a little better?
Does that work?
I think you guys had the poison, but not the disease version, didn't you?
I have toxin and plague.
Oh, you do have plague? Then yeah.
I have both. I have 3
Okay.
of both. So this would be, which one would we need for that?
Anti-plague would help you resist the effects. It's not going to help you cure it. You can't cure it that way, but you can at least
Right.
avoid taking penalties.
Do we want to try and cure it first? Because I prepared disease and curse again.
You could do that too if you want. That could have been in the morning. That's fine.
All right, I'm going to take an anti-plague just in case I still have to roll.
So it's 1d20 plus caster level.
Plus your caster level, yes. For disease and then poison.
All right, so this is
And by
disease.
poison, I mean curse.
Hey, that ain't bad.
29.
Okay.
Okay, not bad. Go ahead and try curse. Hopefully that's not, a natural one like it's been in the past.
Oh, thank goodness.
Whoa.
Woo.
29 on the remove disease and 31 on the remove curse. So actually, today, Oran is able to cure you of the blight by casting those back to back and succeeding on both checks.
Thank you, Oran. Thank you.
Nice.
So after you guys heal up, you guys take a little bit of time, heal back up, you're pretty much good to go. You continue down this dark corridor. Again, pitch black. If you guys lack dark vision, you have spells for that. Just mark them off if you have to use anything. Or if you all have means of dark vision, then you're all set. But you continue for quite a long ways. It looks like you go several hundred feet deeper into the earth, somehow still in this tree. And then it starts to level out. And I will move you guys to what I hope is a black map.
Oh, I see everything. Oh my goodness. Oh
No.
no. This
No.
is horrible. Oh no.
I see it all. Oh no.
Jason,
Oh,
what is this
no.
picture? This is not this is not appropriate.
The visions. The visions.
All the possible futures, all the ways that we die.
All right, so I revealed on the right side of the map where you guys show up here. So as you guys get to this leveled out area, you notice that the terrain here is wildly different than what it was before. You see massively tall mushrooms that spiral up towards the ceiling above. The ceiling is easily 45 feet high, maybe higher, 70 feet at some points perhaps. You can see the fan-like gills of these mushrooms gently stirring on an unfelt breeze, and they nearly reach the soil that is coating the ceiling above, as you are still underground and in this tree in a way. The air here is moist, claustrophobic, and cloying. The foliage of this miniature forest of mushrooms is thick enough to blot out sight beyond its borders. And the mushrooms here, you can see they rise to anywhere from sometimes 10 feet, sometimes 45, 50 feet into the air. They are huge. Any square that you see like a tiny circle indicates a mushroom, and that square technically counts as difficult terrain. If you see if it is predominantly filled with those mushroom circles, then it is completely impassable and cannot be traversed. In addition, smaller fungi and mildew carpet the floor around you. Since some of you do have dark vision, I will reveal a little bit further forward.
You said it's pitch black down here.
It is pitch black if you do not have dark vision, but Kieran did cast dark vision communal.
I figured he must have.
So
Jessup has superior dark vision.
yeah, so Jessup, you can see basically to the edge of this forest of mushrooms, but you can't see beyond it. It is that thick. It's like a jungle of mushrooms here. You don't even feel like you're in a cave, to be honest.
Is this akin to the mushrooms in the Bandersnatch's lair?
Yes, but way taller.
Nice. Okay, lovely.
So much not cave that Hunter's Blessing should go off.
Hunter's Blessing will no longer function. Yes. This is treated as an entirely different biome.
What sort of biome?
This would count as more of a jungle forest biome than it would a cave or underground biome. So yeah, you guys show up in this very dark mushroom forest. What would you like to do?
This is very interesting.
This is going to be a challenge, I can already tell.
Ha! By whatever do you mean?
Well, Kieran is going to have his wings out and he's going to be kind of flying, so hopefully to avoid difficult terrain. Well, I know it's going to still be difficult because these mushrooms are growing up, but just as far as walking. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think we have any choice but to just move forward. Any objections?
No. I'd say let's go.
All right, Kieran's going to cast a shield on himself just to be safe.
How long do anti-plagues last and give you that bonus?
I think it's for the entire day.
Yeah, Kieran did take one of those just to be safe.
For the next hour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, next hour. If you're already infected, it lets you take 2 for that day. Okay. But otherwise, yeah, 1 hour.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and down some anti-plague.
Down 3 of them.
Just one of them. Might as well do an antitoxin too.
I was going to say, maybe I'll also take an antitoxin just because poison and me don't get along, so.
All right.
Well,
So you guys
Kieran
are just moving forward?
Kieran's heading in. I guess it looks like there might be 2 directions-ish, so I guess Kieran's going to just start heading this direction.
Yeah, so as you get forward, it looks like the forest has kind of 3-ish lighter, more open areas. There's one down here that looks like you could probably move through it. There's one right straight ahead you could probably move through. And then it looks like it probably opens up to the north as well. So you've kind of got a north, middle, and a top, middle, and bottom path, sort of.
And this way, there's not 4.
If you get closer to that direction, you can't see how far that goes. Because again, like the forest begins to obscure your sight once it gets that far away.
All right, Kieran's going to
before
head
you-
north. Okay.
Just before you head a bit further, Kieran, give me a moment, and he'll just look down and see if he can't get a better eye.
I think we should go down the middle and leave ourselves open for
No, I
flank.
agree that Kieran has chosen the right direction. He just wants to kind of peek down a little bit.
He just wants to aggro all the enemies that are down here so that we have to fight before we go north.
3 frog hemoths jumped
Yeah,
out of
right.
nowhere. No, Gideon, looking down that direction, you can barely see the cavern wall past the mushrooms there.
He'll relay such information and follow Kieran's direction.
Similarly, on the top, Kieran and Gideon, you can see that it hits cavern wall to the far north and east, but to the west, it looks like it does open up.
Okay. And I don't know if Kieran is necessarily stealthing, but I mean, he's trying to move quietly, not just
Okay.
like trudging through.
Jessup would up until Gideon walks by, and then he realizes there's no reason to.
Right. So you continue through the northern path there then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me reveal, as you get to the edge there, I'll reveal a lot more of what you can see.
Uh-oh.
Oh my!
It's a whirlpool.
We jump in.
Oh, you mean the patterns on the floor?
Yeah.
So those are, I'll describe those. They're slight inclines, basically, as I reveal the rest of what you can see here. So as you get outside of this forest of mushrooms, you can see that the ground begins to incline up to like a hill. There's like a hill in the middle of this cavern in a way. You can't see to the top of it, but you can see that this area to the north of it is like a sheer cliff wall pretty much. But you could climb the hill here. It looks like you can go around it to the north side, and it looks like you can't really tell too well, but it looks like you might be able to go around it to the south as well. And all three of those paths through the forest pretty much come to this open chamber, just at different sides of this hill, so to speak. And all you can see is that at the top of the hill has more mushrooms. There's like another mini forest of mushrooms at the very top of the hill.
Well, Kieran will continue moving towards the hill, I suppose.
Yes, might as well take a look at it.
All right, you guys continue moving. You're going up the hill from the front side where you can actually go up the hill itself, not around
Yes.
it. Okay.
I loved this illusion of choice at the beginning. That was really cool.
Well, I mean, the illusion of choice leads you to actual choice.
Did you say, do we need to do climb checks for this, or is this just...
No, it's a somewhat steep incline, but it's not enough that it would be like impossible for you to just climb it.
Actually, I don't know. Would it be better for us to explore around the hill than to go right up it?
Scope the perimeter, do you think?
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you see a little bit more as you get up there. You can see those are some of the trees you see at the top of it.
Maybe Kieran, if he wants to scout around on his own.
Yeah, Kieran's going to be flying, and then he will cast invisibility on himself and invisibly, like, fly, trying to see around here.
We'll all tuck ourselves in this little corner here.
Oh, I was like, Gideon, don't follow me. Go away.
He's like, yeah, you go invisible
Clank,
and I'll
clank.
follow right behind you.
Clickety clackety clank
Clank, clank, clank.
All right. Okay, so you're going around there. All right. Let me reveal a little bit more of what you see.
And don't forget, by the way, Oran, you can tune into this session and can relay that information to us. Because
Sure
of
could.
your little
Give her the
eyeball
eye. Yeah, give her the crown eye. Give him the crown eye.
He's giving the sports narration.
Yep.
Yep. So, Kieran, as you continue around, you go around this hill and you can see that on this side it also goes up. So you could go to the top of the hill from this side as well, but there's a corner that looks like it goes into another alcove.
Oh,
That
lovely.
I'll describe a little bit. I'll not describe, but I'll show you a little bit. You can see it kind of goes deeper in away from the hill
Okay.
to the west.
I'm going to, for now, turn around and fly around the other side, trying to, like, get a map in my head of what we're looking at here.
All right, so you're flying around. Let me I will describe it, but I'll show it here. The other side of the hill, it kind of goes around it. You don't see any access to the hill itself on this southern side. It just keeps going on around it. You can see that there are like tangled filaments and roots from like the wall to the south here. And it's otherwise a pretty broad hallway, but these roots kind of like make it feel claustrophobic. Like there's a lot of space here, but the roots actually take up quite a bit of the area. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
A 25.
You're looking around and you do spot several like pockmarked cubbies carved into the wall. It almost looks like they were carved into there by like some sort of acid on the northern wall. So it'd be the side that is created by the hill itself to the north here of this hallway. And it looks like these pockmarked cubbies might have various like items just like stashed away in them. From where you're standing, you can't make out if any of them are like super useful. You think maybe there's a couple bones and stuff in there. There's a couple things that might be, I guess there's no light to say that they're shiny, but that look like there could be of interest, but they're just crammed deep into a bunch of these holes that pockmarked the northern wall, and you're not sure what all is in there.
Kieran knows better. His wisdom may be a 10, but he knows better than to go putting his hands in cubby holes that could chop his hands off. So he will probably fly back to the group, relay what he sees, saying that, we can continue on this way and go up to the top of the hill. We can, this way, he'll point this direction. He's no longer invisible, by the way. He just missed that. And then we can go up the hill this way, straight on. We can head around the hill and we'll eventually get to the top, or this southern passage leads around, but doesn't appear there's access to the top of the hill like the other directions have. And there's cubbies over there that have items in them, but I wasn't going to stick my hands in there to see.
Did you try to mage hand it out?
No, I didn't want to utter any incantations in case there was something lurking about waiting.
That's probably a good idea.
I mean, we can certainly go back there. I just would like to have backup in case something does spring an attack.
Yeah, Kieran, I haven't used this yet, if you want to try it. Jessup will, if you want, because you probably can use it a little bit better than I can. He will pull out and hand you a rod.
This rod is reach rod?
A lesser magic rod of silent.
Ooh.
Oh.
Jessup has a silent rod.
Yeah.
Silent but deadly, Gideon.
Like the face fruit farts.
Yes, that was... I had little rumblies in my dumblies.
So what does that do? Silence, metamagic?
It just gives you silence on spells.
I cast them
so you don't have
quietly.
to do somatic components for spells level 3 and lower.
Ooh, fancy.
So if you wanted to try to use the mage hand or something, you can only do it 3 times.
Yeah. The other thing, though, is that I'm not invisible anymore. What level spell is that? Level 2 spell? I'll cast it again. Why
Wait,
not?
Kieran, here.
Ah!
And just pulls out another rod.
Oh,
my
Jessup,
God.
Gives you the extend rod.
Jessup, put the rods away.
You'd be surprised where I keep these and how many I have.
Wow, okay, that's unexpected.
This is my last one.
Okay, all right. So I will use the extend rod to cast. Actually, I think I have I have a couple rods of my own. Oh, the rod of wonder, that doesn't count. But I got a greater extend metamagic rod.
Yeah, but yours is for a lot higher levels, aren't they? Isn't it level 6?
Greater is up to level 9.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Well, regardless, I have an extend rod, and so I will cast that with invisibility. And then I'll take silent rod and fly over here invisibly. I will point my rod into the items, give my rod a nice shake, cast mage hand
Okay.
silently so as to not make a sound.
Okay. You cast Mage Hand and you're just picking something up out of the cubbies?
Yes, trying to, yes.
You do that and you pick up and you pull out what looks like it's a fairly large bone.
Okay.
And you're like, well, that's not terribly useful. Do you keep the bone?
I would like to inspect the bone closer.
Okay. It looks like it is a bone of some fey creature.
Okay. If I use... Well...
It
I
is
can
not
only-
a magical bone.
Okay. All right, so then I'll tuck the bone away to show my companions. I will take it with me.
Okay. There's several other cubbies. You just want to try another one?
Yep. Just for anything that Mage Hand could pick up.
You go to pick one up and the mage hand pulls out what actually looks like there's a book in there.
Ooh.
But as you're pulling out the book, give me a perception check and a stealth check.
Okay. Well, perception check will be a 12.
Okay. And
That's
stealth
a
check.
natural 2. Okay. And then my stealth check with a plus 20 is...
Nice.
I mean, I'm not moving, so would it be a plus 40? Because I'm not moving.
I mean, you are casting spells which requires movement.
But I'm silent and I'm flying. And I don't wear armor.
Flying would require movement,
No, I'm not wearing armor though, so it's silent.
but you're using your wings to fly, which requires
silent wings of
movement. Sure, but they're moving.
nope.
Yep.
Why did I roll just 2 natural 2s in a row?
With a 12 perception, you are not able to roll a 13 stealth. You're not able to notice the creature, but the creature does notice you as it noticed you move the bone with its tremor sense and started moving in your direction, looking around for what disturbed the bone.
Wouldn't it be moving towards the bone?
Yep.
Okay.
But as it begins to make its way down from the ceiling, it eventually notices you while it's on the wall, and there will be a surprise round as this creature.
How does it notice me? Does it have blind sense or something?
It has tremor sense and a very good perception.
But I'm flying. I'm not on the ground.
Yeah, that doesn't stop it from still getting a perception check.
Yeah, but I'm just saying tremor sense doesn't do anything for it.
No, tremor sense is, it noticed there was movement in the cubbies with tremor sense. Its perception check roll is what noticed your presence.
Yeah, but would it know exactly where I'm at, or it would just know that I'm there? Like it could hear me, but can it pinpoint?
It can hear you flying around. It knows you're nearby. It doesn't know your exact. You don't know if it knows your exact spot. You don't know if it has other sight capabilities, but it definitely looks in your direction and is aware of your presence at least.
Okay.
And I will need a initiative check from I guess everybody, but it's probably just going to be Kieran flying away immediately.
I mean, that's probably the first thing I'm going to do. Initiative's 26.
All right.
I mean, we would know.
You think you'd know?
Oh, from your eye, Delio?
Yeah.
Well, but I think the thing is it knows Kieran's there, but I don't know if Kieran knows it's there.
Yeah, he does not.
Correct.
So if Kieran doesn't know it's there, then I don't know if we would know it's there.
Yep. So in the surprise round, the creature climbs down. It's just scaling down the wall itself. And it does know that you're nearby, but it doesn't know exactly what square you are in. So it's going to move to be very close on its turn, and then it's going to roll another perception check to see if it can spot like what square you're in, but it's not going to be able to do anything else this turn. Natural 1. Okay, cool. It knows you're nearby-ish. First round of initiative, Kieran, you are first.
Okay, so can you describe what this thing looks like?
Sure, and you could also, if you wanted to, roll a knowledge dungeoneering on it.
Okay. Dungeoneering is a 22.
22. Okay, so you don't know what this creature is, but it is a huge monstrosity that seems like some alien clawed insect with vaguely humanoid features and 3 tentacular tails. It is a huge-sized creature, and it is very otherworldly looking. It's about 10 feet tall, 20 feet long. Looks like some of the tentacles could go maybe as far as 15 feet in length. If you had to guess its weight, somehow you'd think it's probably around 6 tons.
I'm very good at estimating.
What? 6 tons? So it's 12,000 pounds.
Yeah, 6 tons.
This is basically a semi-truck. Semi-truck just
Yeah.
came out of the ceiling.
It's climbing down the wall, yeah.
You know, as semi-trucks do, just climbing down the wall.
Yep, that's how they work.
Yeah, I'll blow it up again for you.
That's how the Iron Fang Legion's getting around. It's not really with the
Semi-truck.
yeah, they don't have the Kraken thing. It's semi-trucks underground.
This thing would be like wicked to ride into battle, though. Can you imagine?
It reminds me of something maybe you'd find on Starship Troopers in a way. Like if you took Starship Troopers mixed with like Dead Space, boom, there you go.
Yeah, that's a good descriptor. Well done.
Well,
What would you like to do, Kieran?
Kieran would like to full withdraw and
Okay.
skedaddle.
You full withdraw. It did not. It failed to perceive your square, so you are
Okay.
able to do so without getting caught.
Okay. So
I
I'm going to
Don't think your mage hand would be able to follow you, though. I think you have to concentrate to bring that with you.
That's okay. I'm going to leave the book
okay.
behind for now.
All right.
Yeah. Take one look at that thing and I'm getting out of Dodge.
I mean, it was probably an interesting read, though.
I mean, we can go back for it, but I'm not worried about reading it right now. I got to get out of the way. So I come flying back, invisible still, and like frantically will be like, there's a really big something. Looks like a bug, but also like an octopus, but also like a person. It's like a mixture of them. I have no idea what it is. It's huge. Looks like it weighs probably about 12,000 pounds. Don't ask me how I know that, just a gut feeling. But anyway, I don't know if we want to go back there. There is a book if you guys care to see the book. Otherwise, it knew that I was there. I don't think it knew exactly where I was. I don't know if it'll know to follow me. I'm speaking very quiet, by the way, stage whisper. So, just put it out there what you guys want to do. But I think it may or may not be coming. So you may want to get ready and prepare to fight.
Alrighty.
I said that all in 6 seconds, obviously.
If you fly over there, a couple seconds go by and it doesn't seem like it has followed you.
All right. So it has not followed us.
Yeah, so you can drop out of initiative at that point.
Jessup will just kind of like peer up at the ceiling. Does he see anything from like where we are? Like
No.
not over there, like literally above us.
No, you don't see anything directly above you, and you can only see patches of the actual ceiling because the mushroom canopy above does obscure a lot of the
Oh,
area.
that's true.
You can see patches of the ceiling here or there, though, but you don't see any other creatures up there.
Similar to the Bandersnatch, do we go head strong toward it and dispatch it before it can sneak up on us, or take our chances and hide?
Oh, I don't know. There were other things in the cubbies. If we're greedy, we could go back and try to get the other things. It's just our track record with encounters in this place has been pretty bad. I mean,
Jessup walks up to Kieran, puts his hand on your shoulders. What does your inner Abaddon say we should do?
my inner Abaddon says I want those things, but also my 10 wisdom tells me maybe not a good idea.
Well, I have 11 wisdom, and I agree slightly more than you.
Oran, Gideon, what are your thoughts? Should we rack up some more XP? Or should we just go the other direction? I have a feeling, see, it's one of those things where if we go the other direction, I'm afraid that eventually it'll find us and it'll show up with the Bandersnatch, with the final boss, and it'll just be like 16 enemies that we've failed to kill are all going to manifest at the end of this book.
That makes sense to me. Charge!
Okay.
He doesn't scream that.
Okay,
Oh.
all right.
He doesn't scream that.
He screams it in all the encounters from all of this map converge, and it's just this mayhem, this mosh pit of enemies.
Jason's like, you thought you killed those 2 dryads, but you didn't. Haha. And they come back.
Haha!
It was a fake out.
It seems to me quite inevitable that we will eventually have to fight that creature you described.
Oh, maybe it wasn't inevitable. I never thought about that. I've never seen those. I've read about them.
I do not know much of them. However, I cannot imagine how what we plan to do stands against order.
All right, I guess we can go back and you guys can see for yourselves this horrible thing. Jessup, maybe you know what it is.
Gideon will kind of pull out his weapons and shield and kind of do a cool little...
Yeah, I think I'm as good as I probably will be.
All right. You guys heading down that direction?
Yeah, I suppose.
You begin moving towards the south, in whatever marching order you so wish.
Kieran will. Well, he's invisible, so the others probably don't know where he's at. But he'll stay like between them.
Jessup would know where you're at.
Yeah, Jessup would know.
Unless you get too far away, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm staying close to them as we move forward. And then I'll get to about the spot that I was before, and I will put a hand on Oran's shoulder to stop. Oran! And then I'll point in the direction that I saw the thing. It's not there anymore.
You were about here when it showed up.
I'm getting a bit closer. I'm looking up at the ceiling and the walls, looking for this creature.
Yeah, you look around and you don't see the creature. You do notice that the book, which would have fallen on the ground because the mage hand didn't take it anywhere, has been put back into the cubby.
So I don't know if the trigger is taking things out of the cubby. It may not like that. But I did take the bone out of the cubby, but maybe it doesn't want the book out of the cubby. I'm not sure.
Do you want to try taking the book out again?
I can try. I'll use the silent rod to cast.
Sorry, I'm not purposely trying to imitate your accent.
No, that's... I don't really know what my accent is anymore, so it's fine.
I've lost my voice.
Yes, anyway. So I will silently try to cast Mage Hand again on the book and take it out of the cubby.
Is this the second time you've done, or third?
This is the third. This is the third.
Okay.
So the last one.
No, because the Mage
Okay.
Hand would have stuck around before when I did the bone and then the book, right?
Yeah, the mage hand would have been for both, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
So this is second.
So pretty much as soon as you disturb that book, give me a perception check.
Oh,
All
jeez.
of you can do this.
Okay. So my perception check is a 26 this time.
Okay.
Mine's a 13. I see stuff.
Try 39.
Jessup tied me. Perception bros.
So Jessup and Kieran, you are able to spot this creature come out of hiding. Gideon, you hear it, but you and Oran are too far away in the darkness. You can't see it. It's outside your range of dark vision. It's just barely within Kieran's range, and Jessup can basically see anything he wants. So you see this creature pop out of hiding and open its mouth ready to attack. And I think that is actually where we're going to end this session. So we'll see you next week. See what this creature does. See if you can identify what this creature is. And see what that book is.